All right, we're back with the ranked league. We're gonna see, after some tough play yesterday, so for the context of the title, had a couple of weird but, last place finishes in some games yesterday. We'll see if we can come back. Currently ranked 8th. I've got the little dashboard above me here. 8th is where I currently am in the overall rankings. My elo is at 3379. My peak was around like 3500, so it would be nice to get back at least to that range. And we'll see if we can pick up perhaps a couple more wins. But we've got, as per usual, a pretty stacked lobby here. We've got Beef, Artie, Sadine, DeChambeau, Jason S. We've got a good crew today. Let's see if anybody else is joining, or if this is going to be my first game, or, the lobby for my first game on stream here. What's up, Zohan and Tony? Welcome in. We may have this group. We'll see. Redemption imminent. I'm hoping so. It's weird in this sense to say that sort of thing, because a lot of the times the people that I'm playing against and therefore will benefit from my losing and their winning are here. So it's tough when it's an individual game and the community is very much also the players.
Here we go.
But it's fun. We'll see if we can get some good finishes here. It's never any hard feelings or anything like that. Not that it ever would be for someone beating me or anything along those lines, but, we'll just get started here. Looks like we do have that group that I mentioned before. I'll pull up the overall rank, so we'll see where everybody is here. We've got me in 8th place. It looks like Beef and Sadine are in this lobby, and they're right behind me. Artie is also in this top 16. So we've got a good lobby here. Ooh, and an interesting, weird setup here on this first hole 16. Do I dare go for the shortcut after all the goings-on of yesterday? I don't think... I don't think I can. It's maybe doable, but I can't immediately start with that kind of thing after all the issues we had in the video I posted yesterday. We're going left. Lower tee, left to right wind. We're going to the left fairway. No need to do anything wild on the very, very first shot of the day. Let's see. I'll aim this to there, I think. That's okay. Ooh, DeChambeau has made it eagle. So it is doable. It's possible. Maybe not for every tee position, but it is possible to put it up there. DeChambeau will make the eagle.
Nice shot.
On the first one here. I'll send mine up there, and that looks pretty decent. Oh, and I'll smack the pin. Right away, we're back to this type of thing. 22-foot pin smack from a ways away. Oh boy, okay. We'll see a couple more eagles. Those are going to be... Oh, wow, that's a super close call for whoever put that right next to it, Beef. Sadine will make the eagle as well, so the Dutch duo, Sadine and DeChambeau, have made eagles here. I'll tap my putt up there. I'll sink a birdie. Beef will also make a birdie.
Nice birdie.
So I already had to make a pretty good save after a pin smack. That's alright, though. We'll be a shot back. Definitely better than the top of the flagpole. That's very particularly a hole 11 thing, because a lot of times you want to carry it over the pin on hole 11, because the spin comes back quite a ways. Not every hole you want to be toying with the top of the flagpole, and rarely do you ever hit it anyway. It takes some pretty extreme bad luck to actually have that happen, but that's the situation where it's possible. Hole 11, that kind of front pin. I think that's the only time I've ever really seen it happen. I mean, maybe like a hole 9 or something like that. I think I saw it once, but very rare thing. I commented on that thing. For it to happen, I'm glad it at least happened on a video I was recording, just because it's kind of funny and weird, as opposed to it just happening randomly, and it still has the same overall effect. Oh, my dashboard never came back. I had to put that up. Content Beetle for Dima, of course. What do we have here? Just a little drive under the tree. Don't want to do anything too wild here. Yeah, that should be good. Hello, MFM has Riz. Thank you very much. The cats are going at it. If you hear scrambling, that's them chasing each other around. Alright. This one... Do I want to roll this up there? I think I may. I'm not the biggest fan of the roll back to this pin. We'll try the roll up and see if that works. Right about there for the power. I think that's pretty decent. Hopefully that takes a nice first bounce. Oh, it's not going to make it all the way up. But that's okay. I want to get that one down. I think it has a better chance with the roll up than with trying to deal with that extremely inconsistent spin. Still a work in progress. As things typically are in this game. You know, this is a game that is simple looking but complex enough that I don't think anybody can truly ever figure out every little thing. That was a very specific situation that I've thought of before, and I've only had a couple chances at it. I left it really long once, so I left it short there. I'll have to try to remember for the next time and put it in the middle. Any tips to get better? Really just playing the game, hitting the shots. I mean, there's a limited scope of shots and like situations that you can be in because it's the same 21 holes, and eventually you start seeing repeat or similar conditions on a lot of them, and you start to get it down because it's very, very dependent on the actual hole that you're playing, like what you want to be doing. And I don't think there's any avoiding that. You kind of have to just get it down that way. Let's see. I think we'll aim this one to like there with a little more than 3 dots of power. I think that's a pretty good look at it. Let's see if that moves to the... it's not. Okay. A little too much on the adjustment there.
Nice approach.
Okay, so just another tap-in birdie. You know, we're not necessarily falling behind here unless we see some aces. That's a couple of really good looks that'll just miss. Tougher one there.
Nice birdie.
What's up, Lloyd? Welcome in. Let's see if we do... It looks like Sadine has the last chance at an ace here. One of the Dutch duo currently in first place. That's got a pretty good look. Is that going to roll back? Oh, it bites too hard. That one bites weirdly hard on the back of that green for a little bit of tailwind. Usually the tailwind causes that to roll back down a little more softly because it's coming in faster. But it'll just be birdies all around. Oh, hang on. I forgot to connect the chat. My apologies. What's up, everybody here? Sorry, I forgot to connect. I was wondering where everybody was in that other one. Oh, I don't think I can join the voice chat while I'm on here. That would be a bit much. I don't have a good way to like plug it into the stream. So, my apologies there. Rematch with Bray Bear? We'll see. I'd enjoy playing Bray Bear like consistently.
Nice shot.
I don't know about like twice per week, but we may need to wait a little bit for the next one, but we'll see. I have no problems playing against Bray Bear. That's always a fun idea. How's the day going? We just started here. This is the first game. It's off to a decent start, I'd say. Let's see. I think we'll want to aim this one to like there, we'll say. We'll roll it up with about that much power.
Nice.
We'll see if that's a good look. Not quite. Yeah, that kicks a little bit too far left on that
Nice approach.
first bounce. Yesterday was a bad day. There's no getting around it. The results were bad. Couple real unfortunate breaks, couple bad shots at bad times, but that's the way it goes. This is in Play with Friends, yes. This is in the Play with Friends mode, private lobbies. We do all the scoring and organization like on our own in the Discord server. Do I ever get sick of the same 18? Personally, no. A lot of people seem to have some issues with it, but even playing real golf, I loved playing the same course over and over. Like, I never got tired of playing, like, my hometown. I guess there was like a par 3 and an 18-hole course. That wasn't quite my hometown course, but played that one quite a bit. And, you know, I never really got tired of it, because you can start to figure out, like, the course itself. Like, you don't really have to read breaks anymore, and you're kind of playing a different game. And that's how this one starts to get. Puneet mentioned. I never actually interacted, I don't think, with Puneet, but he seems to have a lasting presence in everyone's minds. Do I still golf? Sometimes. Not as often as I used to. It's an expensive game, and I live in a city, so it's tough to actually get out there and play, but I try to sometimes. A couple times a year with my friends or something like that, or like for an event maybe. Let's try our best to put this one on the green. I'm going to use the spoon. I have a strong feeling that that's going to launch anyway, and I wanted it to, just so I could end up on the green. That's a long way away, but it's a putt. You know, a driver or something that goes more towards the right maybe doesn't launch. So a 40-foot uphiller is kind of the ideal leave here. You know, it's not ideal in general, but in this situation, I'll take it. We'll hit this with like 3, if I can get it there, 3 dots of power about. Probably about that much. Let's see. That looks pretty good. And that'll be a nice make on a tougher hole 17. Santa Artie. Artie made a nice one there. Oh, we got 8. That's A-Town. What's up, A-Town? G Lakes. Oh, yes, G Lakes. Those who know G Lakes. Really only, I think, Obama would know G Lakes, but I played that one all the time. That was a lot of fun. I forget, I mean, most of the people like that I personally know are in, you know, the Midwest. And I don't play much golf in the Midwest. There's only like a couple of like municipal courses that I'll play a couple times a year, but the hometown friends slash people I know are familiar with the local courses. Ooh, there's a nice chip from Sedin. That one had a little launch on it, but it took a nice roll. G Lakes is the place to be. That is such a good course. Such a fun little course. There's a nice putt from Beef. 40 plus feet for that one. And that one had a little more side slope to it too. Thanks for all the info you provide. I'm getting in some ranked matches now. Best finish is 5th. Very nice. You know, these ranked games, like you're playing with people who play this game a lot, like the best of the best. So, you know, any sort of finish in the middle of the leaderboard is solid. My IRL handicap is like 8 something. And that's definitely inflated. I used to be like a 6, and you know, it's on its way back up just because I don't play very much these days. Let's go for
Nice shot.
what I've now kind of determined is the safer play, just putting it through that tree and bouncing it down, and that just makes it into the fairway. You know, it's not like ideal, but sometimes I miss that little tree gap to like put it all the way through, and that's kind of a nice in-between to actually, you know, give it a chance to the green, even if you don't like hit the ideal spot in the fairway. So let's hit this with like that much power, maybe like 3.3 or 4 or so.
Nice.
That looks pretty good. I think that's going to have a decent little look if that kicks in the proper direction. Oh, it'll just miss on the right side. That was so close. Oh, man. But, you know, got away with what could have been maybe a lip launch. It wasn't going up there super fast. It was gliding and, you know, stopping by the time it got to the pin. But, I mean, that was a close call. Could have ended up in a worse situation if I got unlucky. But we kind of just got, you know, a standard miss. We'll take that. This is Switch Sports Golf, to those just joining here and asking. When did you get into Switch Golf competitive? I joined this like league around June, I think, or in the middle of June. We'll see you later, Dima. Thanks for hopping in here. And we'll see a nice eagle there from Sedin. So Sedin is holding the lead here. And And we have a group one shot back. So we're kind of midway through the round now. I think that's hole 4 or 5, right? Oh, hole 6. Okay, so we only have 3 to play. Sadine is at 8 under. We'll have a group at 7. And it's still anybody's game. This is a tight match. 3 holes to play. Which 3 are they actually going to be? 4, 3, and 7. You know, Sadine was actually kind of on the same boat as me yesterday. We were both playing in those matches, and we both had kind of bafflingly, you know, not like bad shots, but just bad results. And we were like talking about it, like, we got to get back to it tomorrow. So glad to see Sadine back on it. 3, 4, right about there, right? I ask for just general consensus. I think that's pretty good. We'll give it like 3.5 or so
Nice
dots
shot.
of power. Maybe that's slightly too much. Ooh, and that actually moves a lot more than I thought it would. Wow, that really moved. Hopefully that comes back onto the green. Okay, it will. Not much of an issue. Not much of a chance at a make. That one really, really moved left with, you know, moderate crosswind. 11 miles an hour is like light moderate. Let's see. Let's just aim this off to the right. Right about there, I think. I'll send that up. That looks pretty good. Okay, we'll make a nice birdie there.
Nice birdie.
There is so much Christmas. 'Tis the season. So many people have at least the hat or the full fit. I've gone for the full fit. I'm getting festive. I heard you were the ultimate Smurf when I joined. Oh, I joined. Like imagine like this kind of exact moment. Oh, Artie, hang on. Artie made an ace there. I didn't see it, but fantastic ace to Artie, who will now push to a tie for first. Wow. Oh, but back to the the Smurf thing. I kind of joined blindly around this time in the season, like 2 seasons ago. Like I wasn't like excellent, but I was good enough to, and there weren't like splits or anything. So a lot of the people who were competing for, you know, spots in the postseason tournament were constantly playing. And I would just poach Elo from like 3rd or 4th place, not realizing like what I was doing. Like having someone come in at 1200. And it's like nowadays there are a lot of people playing the game, like especially like a lot of people playing at once. And we split it by like, you know, fair matchmaking. You know, not necessarily to save people's Elo, I don't think, but to more so make it more fun for people who are, you know, a bit lower rated and don't necessarily want to be in a lobby where you can never ever make a mistake. But I kind of came into that, you know, just like 1200 playing against all the top players. And, you know, it was fun, but I was stealing from people. And then it took me a while to realize, like, oh, maybe that was, you know, not the time to join. Wait for the next season, you know, get a legitimate rank. What do we want to do here? This is still a pretty difficult eagle. I put a little too much juice on that fade. A little extra on the curve. Didn't fly very far. Let's see if we can still pull this off, though. Nice eagle from Jason. That's going to bounce up there. Hopefully it rolls back. Oh, it doesn't. It just glides. Santa Artie has made the eagle. So it looks like a couple people made it onto the green. Sadine also has a putt for an eagle, it looks like. I'll have to tap in a birdie, which, I mean, with that pin, and that, I played it, like, okay. It wasn't obviously my best attempt at it. Is everybody putting for eagle here? Did everybody make it onto this green? I mean, I hit a pretty decent shot, but it's, you know, it ended up short. A little too much on it. Beef is going to make an eagle. Sadine's going to make it looks like an eagle. Did everybody eagle that one on hole 3, like, from the green? That's pretty wild. If that's the case, that drops me back to, I think, last place. And it's, you know, not an easy eagle there. We'll be 9 under through 8. Everybody eagles. I'll drop a shot because of that. That's almost like a miss in terms of, you know, functionality. But in reality, just great shots from everybody else. I couldn't pull it off myself. It's going to be a tough-looking hole 9 here to finish. Or hole 7, I should say, as our 9th hole of this round. What do we want to do? I'm thinking spoon might be the play. And it's a difficult looking one, but it's kind of okay. I'll just hit that out. That looks pretty good. Oh. Are you okay? Alright. We'll aim this to like there, I think. And I actually had a very, very similar shot a couple days ago, I think with like 29 miles an hour. So we'll see if we can hit that type of shot just in a slightly different situation.
Nice
That's
shot.
about what I did last time, and it felt pretty good. Let's see. Does that have a chance? It will smack the pin. Two of those now on some pretty ridiculous chances. Oh, the pin, man. I mean, that one had the line. That had the line. That had the, you know, if it hit the flag, it may have dropped. I don't think it would have dropped if it actually hit the flag, but... Oh, that one had a decent look at it. Just smacks the pin. We'll have to tap in a birdie.
Nice birdie.
Did the girlfriend hit something, or was it a cat? I'll let you take a guess. It wasn't anything too bad. I looked over and immediately realized that it was fine. They're saying they heard the thud. Who put that lamp there? Not me. No way. She's crawling out of view of the camera. The cats are satisfied now, though. If you've been hearing the cats, they seem to get a little bit baffled when I'm talking, but like not to them, and also when my girlfriend is behind a closed door in a meeting. Like, clearly they know something's up and they want to be involved. And I oftentimes try to get them involved, but they don't like being picked up necessarily, so they're on camera for a second and they realize they don't actually want it. Okay, so we'll take a 10 under, tie for last place. Oh, speaking of cats, hello. She just got up there on her own accord. Do I have a job outside of Switch Golf? I do. Just not at the usual working hours, so that's why it seems like I'm always here during work hours.
Play.
Not my chair, not my problem. Whoa. We'll have a chooser here between Sedin and Artie. So we'll see if one of them can hold this out. Now, if exactly one of them puts it in the cup, that is the game. If they both do, or if neither of them do, this carries over into the next match. So Sedin and Artie are in this playoff here. Artie's shot is on the way. Oh, and it just clips the fringe. If that didn't take an inch of the fringe, that may have had some better roll to it. Sedin will hit the left side of the pin, and that means it rolls back further left. So two good attempts at it there. But neither of them are in the cup. That was a tougher one. Looks like the wind was a little bit stronger. And that match will now carry on over to the next game. So I actually can't put the results up yet until that one is decided. We'll keep an eye on Sedin and Artie to see who ends up winning it. And then I can input the results. Or not input them, but show you what the actual results of the last game were. We'll play another one here. Do we want to see other cat? We got a good view of one. I feel like I only ever show one per stream, so I think it's time to show both. She just happened to be in an accessible location, so I snagged her. But she doesn't like being held all that much. My apologies for bothering you. Do I golf in real life? I do. Not very frequently, but I do. Ooh, Rick has joined. All right. We've got the first player to ever hit 4,000 ELO in the lobby here. Rick's ELO in that number one spot is at 4,061. 229 wins with a win rate north of 55%. Top 3 rate north of 90%. Rick has been on fire in this season. He is gaining on Duke. It was a battle between Duke and Rick for a while. There's still some time left, but Rick has jumped off to a 200-point lead there. So, I mean, I don't know if there's any catching Duke and Rick. They can maybe catch each other, but Rick will be the first player ever to get to 4,000 ELO. Congrats to Rick. Had to throw that out there when I saw he hopped in. And for now, I'm in 8th place. I think I'll drop a little bit. So, I mean, gameplay-wise, there has been a redemption compared to yesterday. I just didn't make the shots to actually finish well. I mean, this type of lobby, we have all the best players. Like, these guys are all, like, you know, at least top 25. Where actually is everybody? I saw when I pulled the ranks up that, like, obviously Sedin and Rick are up there, but Beef is up there. DeChambeau's up there. Artie is definitely up there. And if Jason and DeChambeau weren't in the top 16, they're very close and they're for sure capable of it. A lot of times it comes down to, you know, how much and how recently you've played like a bunch of games. Because, you know, ELO goes up over the course of the season, and the ELO that's winning one day is, you know, in 30th place, you know, 2 weeks later. NWM cat reveal. We got both of them on stream here. One of them was floating up on my left side, but the other one I snagged, and she is now, you know, quietly and happily back in her tree. Lizzie's the tree meister. Lizzie's always in a cat tree. I wish I could, you know, easily move my camera around. I guess I could, but there's a lot of wires, and I don't know how much give it has. Hello, new sub from Denmark. Just got the Switch to play because of you, and it's super fun. Awesome. Glad to have you play in the game. Like the way you narrate your videos. Thank you. I try my best. Game night is over in the other chat now. All right. How many times have people asked you if you golf IRL? I mean, it's a question that makes sense, and I don't ever want to, like, not address it because, obviously, on these platforms, people will join who have never seen me before, and you know, that's probably the first thing that comes to mind. So I'll address that question. Maybe not like every single time. Like if there's a couple in a row, I'll say. But I think I have a pretty good, concise answer to it now. Ooh, our lobby's going to be full this time around. We got Zen here. We got Rick here.
Golf.
In addition to, I think, the same lobby as last time. Did anybody drop off? I don't think so. So we'll wait for the playoff between Artie and Sedin to finish, and then I'll throw the match on the board. Because if I do it now, if I throw the results up there, there is no result. The match is not final. We can't input anything until that match is done. So once it happens, I'll be able to show you the ELO and rank implications. I also have my little dashboard on stream. So we'll see that move once the result is in, and then I'll be able to pull up the match. Lizzie counts on them. She does count on that. She for sure counts on the cat tree. Actually, she kind of has to. She has a window mount, and the temperature has been changing, and the suction cups are falling off. So she does have to count on the cat tree at the moment. Ooh, what do we have here? 2, 3, 4-ish. I'm going to go 7-iron. Perhaps a different play, but I want to bounce this up there. I think that's decent. Hopefully it doesn't go too far. It should take a big bounce, and that'll end up... Oh, just missing the pin. I thought that might hit the pin and bounce back. I mean, the bounce back is usually what you want there, but I just have so much trouble keeping that one on the green or, you know, not flying it too long. That's the new play when I can do it, is use the 7-iron and bounce it up there. A little too much juice on that one. I actually did put that in the water fairly recently, so I was a little bit scared of that. We'll have to hone in on that shot. It's a newer one to me. But we'll see if we can sink this putt. We will. That's not an easy one, but it's never really easy on this pin. And we'll pick up a nice birdie on what is oftentimes a difficult one. Right exactly there is the issue I have all the time. You put some spin on it, it just catches the upslope and it zips all the way down. So, oh, that was Zen. I'm sorry, Zen. You know, it's not too bad from there. As far as fringe putts go, it's like fairly straight. But I'm trying to bounce that one up there. My girlfriend is in the chat as she's eating lunch behind me. I got my Santa fit. We'll keep the Santa fit for, probably until the new year. Gotta stay festive. We had our Christmas tree up like mid-November here. Chipping better than putting. I agree in almost every situation, but on that pin, I typically like to putt it. There's a couple situations, like maybe like crosswind, hole 17. Shorter ones, depending on the hole. But that particular one on hole 8, front left pin, I tend to like to putt. Just because the chip is so uphill, it's really tough to get the power right. Ooh, okay, we got no wind here. Actually, I think we may want to go for that little right area.
Nice shot.
The right area is what we're going to go for. Try to bounce it back to about in line with the pin. That should kick left a good amount. It will. And we'll be nicely on the right side here. We can try our best to pull this one back down the hill and see if we can make an eagle. I believe we just have to aim this a touch to the right. Right about there. We'll hit it with like that much power.
Nice.
And that should be a good looking shot. Let's see where it actually ends up. That looks really good. Oh, and we'll lip it around and sink it. All right. Rick has made it too. Very nice shot to Rick there. That one is a newer one that I've been trying to figure out. I had it the other day with like tailwind, and I tried to, you know, I typically don't like to adjust the drive if I don't have to. But with that tailwind, I was like, ooh, nice one to DeChambeau too. With that tailwind, I was thinking, like I'd like to completely take the wind out of it and just worry about the slope of the green. And the slope of the green actually worked pretty nicely. So I'm gonna go for that one now, I think. Wow, we see a whole bunch of eagles here. Beef has also made it. You know, mine barely fell. And it looks like that is going to be necessary to not essentially drop a shot here. So I'll be tied for first in a three-way group with Rick and DeChambeau through 2 here. Got a group 1 shot back as well. Is that the Ken strat? Does he go off to the right? I'd believe it because it works pretty well. We got an interesting look here at this hole 12. Oh, the match results are in. So I dropped actually 3 ranks. I'm down to 11th. You know, there is kind of a tight group in the range of like 3,300 to 3,500, so there's going to be some movement. So only 36 ELO points. Oh, that was the result of the last game. I can actually pull up that match now. And let's see. Artie won it with that chip. Sedin'll still gain 24 points, so now, they're now both in that, you know, 3,300, 3,400 range. Artie jumped me in the rankings there, so he's at 10. And it looks like Sedin may have as well. It was pretty close. The math may show that I was ahead of Sedin, and now I am behind him. So that's why I dropped a couple points there. Actually, everybody I dropped behind is on that list. So we have 9, 8, 9, 10, and 11. So if you're wondering why... Oops. Oh no, I'm pulling everything up. I don't mean to. Let's get that off the screen. Let's get that off the screen. I gotta figure out a way to deactivate Randy when I'm not using him. Randy says 5-iron. I don't think that's the play, Randy. I was just hitting buttons and I was hitting wrong buttons. Oh, did Zen just make a albatross here? Hang on. Oh, an eagle. Okay. Still a good chip, but... yeah, so I'm playing against everybody who just jumped me in the rankings with that one.
Nice shot.
We'll see if we can hit some shots and maybe get that back. That's a pretty good look at it. Oh, it'll smack the... I cannot stop smacking the pin today. That's the 3rd time I've had a really good look at it. In a situation where it's not, like, easy to smack the pin. Like, it's... sometimes you smack the pin, you're like, well, that was a mishit because it's, like, you know, a pretty known aim for what I'm going for. These couple of times, I just keep smacking the pin on these kind of more, you know, guesstimation, kind of more... shots that would have been luckier if they fell. They just don't want to have a chance. Yeah, Randy said 5-iron. I don't think we were hitting 5-iron there. Better for the bounce. Oh, on hole 10? I believe it. You get more slope going from right to left there. So no albatrosses. I had a fairly close call. I mean, if that made it around the pin, that would have had a good look at it. Still could have lipped out. I mean, not to guarantee it would have made it if it made it past the pin. Is the World Cup over? It is not. We are playing again, I believe, this weekend. And I'm looking forward to it. It'll be a fun match against the defending champs. Alright. I will, as always, leave that in the short fairway. Looks like that's going to be the move for everybody else as well. And I think we'll have a pretty good look at this one. I mean, it's the pin where you want to carry it onto the green. What time this weekend? I should have the video out. For the World Cup, I tend to record it, or not tend, I do record it locally. Just because it's a little distracting to play like those like intense games on stream. But I'll have it out, I believe, sometime on Sunday. Okay, let's hit this one to about there, I want to say. And even if that's not a make, that should be fairly close. Ooh, that's maybe a little too much on it. It is, but it's fine. It'll end up just like, 12 feet by. Not bad at all there. It is a tough day for the rankings, but I know exactly who I'm battling here, and they're right in front of me, so we'll see if we can get it back with some good play. We're off to a good start here. Birdies all around so far. You can never count Rick out, though. I saw him back in the fairway there, and it's never really a surprise when Rick holes one out. Even in a condition like this, where it's, moderate wind, weird pin. I would sometimes stream them, but I like doing for those games, like, pure commentary, like exactly what's happening. And, side questions, I don't want to, like, ignore. Like, whether I play golf, IRL, or, like, what game is this? I mean, they're a little bit distracting when I'm playing, but I can, like, get through them. But when I'm playing those games, I like it to be, like, pure commentary about exactly what's happening in the gameplay. Good luck this session. Catch you later. Thanks for hopping in, Balt. Good to see you here. Alright, so birdies all around. Everybody birdies that, moderately difficult. Hole 7 there. We'll have 5 to play, and the group in the lead will be at 6 under. Actually forgot to check to see what we have for the rest of the seed. 3, 13, 15, 17, 14. Interesting selection there. What do we have here? Ooh, kind of a personal favorite. Nice pin on hole 3. A wind condition that I'm fairly confident I can handle okay. Not the easiest, not the hardest, but a lot of times you don't want it to be like an easy eagle, because I'm prone to miss those, and if everybody else makes them, which, the caliber of this lobby that we're facing very, very commonly happens, you basically drop a shot without actually making a mistake. So we'll see where we end up here. We'll be a little bit further back, but that's fine. We'll be in the rough, 34 yards away. We'll have a slightly longer chip, but the wind's pushing it in, a nice direction. I'll adjust this like a touch out to the right even, just to try to let the wind push it left, keep it close to the pin. And I'll try to fly the pin, actually, and spin it back that way. So a little more than pin high power. And we'll see if that rolls back nicely. Oh, it won't. Oh, it just kind of holds its line. We'll see a couple of makes. DeChambeau and Rick have both made it, so I believe I'm now in 3rd place by myself. So like I said there's another make. I may not be by myself in 3rd place. That was from Beef, who I'm not exactly sure where he was on the leaderboard. It's tough to keep track of everybody. I wish I could. I assume he's near the top. He typically is. Oh, you're kidding. What is happening with the putter? I had that happen yesterday, and that rarely, rarely ever happens. Yikes. Okay. I haven't calibrated the controller. Maybe I should have after that happened yesterday, because that's a short little putt that I've played enough that it should be automatic. So the antics are back. I'll par that one. Not even like a little micro putt. Like, I aimed it well out to the left, and I just didn't get the power to put it to the cup. Oh well. Now we're battling back here in a group that you don't want to be battling back on. You want to keep up and, try to get lucky on a hole out, as opposed to needing to make like 3 now to catch back up. Not ideal, but we move on. Alright. What do we have to do here? Like 3 dots or so? Yeah, right about there feels pretty good. Hopefully that ends up being a good shot and not hitting the pin. That looks decent. It'll roll back. Oh, and just miss. Just on the incorrect side of the pin. It kicks... It kicked weirdly left. I think that went left on the first bounce, if I recall correctly. There's a nice make. Very nice hole-in-one from that... was the black ball, which is usually DeChambeau. Was it DeChambeau? It was. I saw it pop up very, very briefly. When you play in the World Cup, are you expecting yourself to win, or do you get nervous? I mean, I'm confident that I can win. I never, like, have expectations. I just try to play my best. Do I get nervous? Yeah. In the first couple of holes, usually. And then I kind of, you know, get into the groove of it. But I feel like I play this game nervously fairly well. Like, it is a simple enough game that, like, you know, having some nerves doesn't necessarily impact the shots, so just try to treat it like a normal shot. Make the muscle... It's a motion control game, so you have to make the muscles do, you know, the movement that they have to do, and it works. So no ace there. DeChambeau will push to 10 under through 6. I'll be at 7 under after that unfortunate miss and then a missed putt on hole 3. What do we have left? 15, 17, 14. Sometimes chaotic holes. I tend to have a tough time with hole 15 and hole outs, so can't be too mad about a birdie here if I were to get it, but I do maintain confidence that I am capable of eagling hole 15, even though it never really seems to happen. Let's bounce that one. Ooh, onto the fairway. Okay, perfect. And we'll have some tailwind, some helping tailwind here. Oh no, did Beef just go in the water? Oh man. You know, you want to be right here, but there is always the risk if you get like a red bar or something like that. I think that's a pretty good looking shot if that hits nicely and rolls up. That's not going to make it all the way. It always seems to end up a little bit short because, you know, hitting the fringe usually gives you a nice boost, but when you hit the fringe here, it doesn't quite boost it all the way up to the hole. Yeah, my putts are like short. I'm noticing it now. Like, I have to swing a little bit more than I typically like to. So maybe I just really have to think about it. And then, I don't know. I'm not sure how much controller recalibration actually does. I've never noticed it make a big difference. Oh, wow. Chips from Zen and from Beef. Was that a birdie save for Beef? Zen makes the eagle. And Beef's score never popped up. Oh, it was still a par. I'm not sure if you could actually make a birdie after going in the water, but... Alright, I'll be in 4th, and I'll be in a big group in 4th place. Seems like you break the game down enough that you can talk through being nervous. I do. I am familiar with doing that. That's kind of how it goes in every single tournament play, and I've played enough tournaments now that I can pretty confidently say, like, I'm used to playing with that going on. And, you know, talking and commentating with that going on. Let's hit a full drive up there. Hopefully that doesn't launch. It's going to take a nice bounce, and it's not going to reach the pin with a little bit of wind in the face, but we can put it pretty close.
Nice on.
And this is kind of unfortunate because the ace is not really possible unless you take the huge risk of launching it, and then it's still like a 0.5% chance of it actually going in if you get the line right. So everybody's going to, for the most part it looks like, so far. I mean, obviously launches and stuff can happen on hole 17, but this is one where it's really tough to catch up on because everybody's going to make the birdie, and there was a 0% chance of making the eagle, the hole-in-one. Try switching my Joy-Con. The issue is I only have one. Sometimes I wish I had a backup, but... like if I'm like low battery or something, but I just play with the one. That's all I have. DeChambeau is still going to hold that lead at 12 under. We just have hole 14 left, and DeChambeau can push to 14. So very nice score there if he can finish strong. Let's aim ours similarly to last time to put it straight through that tree. That should move right a good amount, kind of just hit the middle of it, and hopefully just bounce down there. Yeah, it makes it every time. It barely makes it, but it makes it every time. I've yet to have that, you know, unless I actually miss it. I've yet to have that, like, fail horrendously on me. So it's a nice new strategy. I kind of like it. I'm going to hit this with the 5-iron, even though that's maybe not ideal.
Nice.
Okay, that's an ideal looking shot. Oh, it's going to push too far right. Just a little bit. And that'll glide. It'll be just a couple feet away for...
Nice approach.
I don't know if I want to call this like a tap-in, because usually these are, but I don't know if I can trust the Joy-Con here. Or maybe I shouldn't blame it on the Joy-Con. It's 90% chance the putting stroke I've done something differently.
Great eagle.
Do I have a video for tips on swinging? I have a video where I break down every single swing. Not on that platform, but on the other one. Maybe not like every shot, but every type of shot. Like longer iron, backspin, stuff like that. Every single type of putt, too. Looks like everybody's making eagle here, so once again, a difficult hole to catch up on. Not the most makeable albatross. I actually don't know if I've ever really made one with this type of setup. Ooh, there's a great chip from Beef. Fantastic shot there. And we may, it looks like, have a big group finishing in third. Now, with my my lower ELO rating compared to the lobby now, I may gain some from that, which feels a bit weird. You know, we'll lose to Rick and to DeChambeau. Now, DeChambeau, I think, ELO-wise, is a little bit behind me. Now, he's a very skilled player, so obviously 14 under par through that 9. But I'll be in a 5-way tie for third place.
Finish.
I mean, 11 under is not a bad score. I haven't had bad scores. I just haven't really hit shots. You know, I made that one on 10, but everybody, for the most part, made that one on 10. So we'll move on to a new game. We'll see if we can get some, you know, positive breaks. You know, sometimes you get, every couple of games, you get a couple lucky shots that pushes you out in front. Haven't had that happen yet today. But we continue. Every game's a new game. Ooh, we have a 3-way split going now. Am I going to be dropping to a different lobby? I think there's a decent chance I may. No, I'm not. I'm barely in the first lobby. All right. Are the results in... That'd be really quick, actually. I'll give it a second. Oh, looks like they are. Looks like I can input them myself. Or, you know, hit the record result button. And we'll see what the ELO implications are there. I actually have some doubts that I'm going to move very much, if at all. Currently in 11th place in a pretty stacked lobby. Okay, we'll drop 5, and we'll actually drop another rank. So I'll be back down in 12th now. So the rankings are very, very much bunched up. But you know, 31 ELO points is not difficult to make up in like 1 or 2 games. Just need some good results. You know, I've been hitting good shots, just not like spectacular shots. Actually, you know, the missed putt was huge there. That would have put me above the group if I didn't get that little weird missed, you know, essentially tap-in. One that I'm making, or one that I'd like to make 99.5% of the time. I didn't recalibrate between games either. I don't know if I want to actually do that, though. I feel like I risk disconnecting or something like that, or ending up in like a weirder situation with the controller. How do I actually... Without, like... I guess I'd have to go to the settings and everything. I don't know. You know what? I'm going to assume it's okay. I'll assume skill issue. Let's just try not to do that again. Okay, we'll have how many people in this lobby this time around? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. CBTV is joining. Here he is. Who else do we have in here? We'll have Rick. Oh, Inventago is hopping in as well. So I believe we're waiting for Inventago, and we should be good to go. Good afternoon, Kay Coley. Welcome in. You can recalibrate mid-game. I do it. I could recalibrate mid-game. I don't know if I want to do it mid-stream. You have to like go deep into the settings It won't disconnect anything? It only takes about 30 seconds. Should I? Let's see. What do I have to do? Is it in... It's in system settings, right? And then it's... motion controls and sensors. Oh, calibrate motion controls. Okay. Calibrate controllers. Press the button. Put it on a flat surface. Okay. We go back. Let's hop into here. Start software. All right. Setting them down on a flat surface will automatically recalibrate. Really? So I just had to put it down. I tend to just hold it in my hand with my hands behind my back. Maybe I should put it down between shots. You know, I do that when I'm not playing on stream, when I like sit down and I have a second between holes, but here I just tend to, you know, sit here, hands behind my back, and just keep chatting away. Am I with Sensei? Not at the moment, but I play him a pretty good amount. Alright, controller's recalibrated. There is no blaming anything on external, what is that? External locus of control or something like that. We're not taking that. If I miss, it's on me. What's the beef? Hit the button? I don't know. Now we get to see, yeah, you get to see all my other games. Actually, we just got back on Minecraft yesterday. My friend has a realm that I was in for a little bit. I never played Minecraft. I guess I played like Pocket Edition when I was like, I don't know, maybe like 15 years ago when it kind of first came out and it was like free. But I like never touched it between being like a kid with the brand new game, like when it very first came out, until I'm now 27 years old and got into it like earlier this year. A lot of fun. We have like the same realm that's been up for like 2 or 3 years. I hopped into it late, but I became a good contributor.
Golf.
MH is working. That's why we're not playing with him right now. My World Cup teammate. We'll be playing with MH, don't you worry. We'll have a video coming out pretty soon with that next matchup. Oh, what's up, Bray Bear? Welcome in. Oh, we could blame it on the breeze from a fan. You know, the breeze affected my arm. There is no fan on. There is no air circulation happening. Maybe I could blame it on the new light that's shining in my face, so you can see me when the when the stream has different lighting. Do I know MH IRL? I don't, but I feel like I do at this point. Let's send that one up there. If we make it all the way to the rough, that's kind of fine. I might want to club up anyway. Yeah, it's going to roll out, and we'll just be short. So that's ideal. A little more ideal than being in the rough. But either way, it would have been fine. Scream if you miss MH. I could blow up the microphone if I needed, or if I felt the need to. What do we have here? Like a little less than 3.5 dots, I'd call this.
Nice.
On this 9 iron. Ooh, that doesn't really move much to the right. Now, granted, it wasn't going to make it all the way back. Needed some extra spin on that one, but that's all right. Not a bad miss there. You just trickle this down the hill. All right, we'll make a birdie. No issues on that putt that was going to make it down there. If I gave it like a tiny tap. Alright, looks like we'll see birdies from the group. Oh my goodness. Beef. I feel that 100%. Oh man. I was just there last game. That's a putt that, like, should never miss. Like, the fact that the game can make you miss that is pretty absurd. We'll see a chip in from Sedin, though, so a very nice start there for Sedin. Blaming Nintendo glitch has always helped. Just claim glitch and you're free. Everything's off your hands, right? Nothing is ever your fault. It's the game. Will be one back of Sedin after a nice chip there. You know, the game calls it a chip. It says, like, chip in. I'd never call that a chip in my life until I started playing this game. Like, you know, it's a nice shot. It's a hole out from the fairway. But the game calls it a chip in. Maybe they weren't ready for people hitting all these shots that the group is capable of. This is a fun look here at hole 11. I like this front pin. I know CBTV does too. Hang on, let's see if we can both pull it off. Mine is going to take a nice little rollback. That should be good. If it makes it, it will. All right, Beef has also made it. So Beef with redemption there. One hole after a bogus par sinks it nicely. Oh, Sedin and Rick both absolutely smacked the pin there. Unfortunate bounces. Rick has saved it nicely. Sedin has a tough little side hill one. That's not very nice when you get that pin smack. Chip is a common term. I wouldn't say chip personally, though, until it's, like, within, like, 30 yards. Oh, nice putt, Sedin. Very nice save. Alright, so I think that'll pull me up to a tie for first. I believe Sedin was, with that nice eagle on the last one, the only person in first place. Recalibrating after every miss because it couldn't have been me. It is never, ever you. If you miss, it is the game taking away your eagle. The game makes me miss a lot of putts, so yeah, I feel you, Bray Bear. In real golf, I'm only chipping if I'm on the fringe. Like, I would never say, like, a pitch in. Like, if it was like maybe like a 50-yard shot, I might call it like a chip in. But if it's like 100, you know, I've never made a shot. I've played a lot of golf. I've never holed out for more than like 50 yards. I've had a lot of close calls, but I've never actually done it. I don't know what I'd call it. I've actually never done it. The game does say chip no matter what you use. If you're 300 yards out, like on hole 9 using a driver, it'll still say chip in. Ooh, okay, one of my least favorite zero wind situations. This one gives me some issues. We'll see if we can pull it off. It's only like a percentage of the time that it gives me some trouble. We'll be in this group with everybody. We can aim this to like there.
Nice shot.
We'll send that up there. That should be bunker or just short of it. Either way is kind of fine. Bunker is fine. It's the same shot with the wedge, which is what we're going to be hitting anyway. So we're 31 yards out, no wind. Is this dead aim, or do I have to move this like a touch right? I moved it a touch right, I think. I'll hit it with like 2 dots. Try to bounce it up there. I think that's good. We'll have to see. It is good. Okay. I think that was just a touch right. It may have fallen just inside the left edge if I didn't do that. Looks like, you know, everybody makes this one. And I don't make it every time. Like, you drop a shot, really. It's almost like missing a putt when you miss this one in this caliber of lobby. So I'd like to get this down to 100% make rate like it seems like everybody else can. Oh man, I feel like I jinxed Artie there. I did all that talking. And Beef. Oh, I'm sorry. I need to realize that the announcer's jinx can, like, happen when I'm on stream here. What is up, Corbin? Welcome back. This one you have to pay special attention to the topography. I do every time. I take a close look at it to see if it's, like, perpendicular looking to the little colored lines on the green. Speaking of golf terminology, is a spoon a real kind of club? I've never heard that either. Oh! Uh-oh. That ain't good. Oh, did CBTV... CBTV disconnected. Oh, I can't catch a break. I was playing well, and now I just don't count. I never rely on, the servers in this game are pretty unstable. Like, I never really disconnect unless there's like a issue with the lobby itself. But that's weird. I think everybody else is still in. So I won't count there. Better than being last. If you're not in first place or, some sort of close to it, like one shot away in second or third in a fuller lobby, you just don't count. So we won't gain any elo despite needing it, despite having a good game, being on a good pace. Granted, I could have pulled off some sort of nonsense in the last part of it, but we're back in the lobby, and now I'm not exactly sure what to do because I don't rely on, I don't count on disconnecting in the middle of a game when I'm streaming. Do I have time to just play a random global game, or do I just have to sit around for the next one? Why don't I host? It's kind of a lot to host and like play at the same time because I'm chatting. I'm trying to keep up with like the chat going on. There's people moving around between games that the host kind of has to like direct and wait for the lobby to be looking right. So maybe eventually I can get there, but right now it's a little flustering to be directing the lobby and also like live on camera. A lot of DCs just happen across all three lobbies. Yeah, it happens in the game. The servers are not the most stable. It tends to happen frequently. TBH, no count is a win. I suppose. I was playing pretty well, though. Sounds like Sadine is going off, though. Might not have been a victory. Sadine might have Sadine might have sealed that. Oh, is the whole lobby gone? There may just be like 3 people left playing. The fact that it's like not everybody, but like 5 out of 8, it seems, or close to that. It's at least 3, maybe 4, maybe 5. I think there are like 3 players at the very least left. So there are 3 or 4 people still in there. Should I just play a quick local 3? Go for a -7. Oh, someone. Okay, Zay just said play 3 holes real quick to practice with Randy. We'll play 3 holes with Randy. You know what? Randy's always at the ready for situations like this. All right. Ooh, so our first one with Randy is going to be a special hole. Okay. What does Randy say? I'll be keeping an eye on the chat here also. Randy says 5-iron. He's not listening to the stream right now. I have to like set that up. So Randy's just giving me random clubs, or Randy is being Randy now. There's no... I have to set up the actual listening part of the chat. Let's see if we can break par on a special hole, or at least get a par on a special hole with Randy. We're not looking good. What are we hitting, Randy? 5-iron again. Club of the day is the 5-iron so far. I mean, we'll have an angle.
Nice shot.
If we get the right club, we can put it close. I want to leave this through the trees, which I think I just did. You know, we have to put that way out to the left. Oh no, I left it behind the tree. Oh, Randy, give us a good one. Randy the robot is back. We are going to be hitting the wedge. Oh, that's not what you want. Randy. Randy. We're going to have to chip.
Nice.
You know, there was no way we were actually getting there in 3 with the clubs that we got. So par was out of the question, unless, of course, he gives us a driver and we can flag shot this one. Or maybe, I don't know, anything else. What are we hitting, Randy? 5-iron. 3 for 4 on the 5-iron so far. You know what? Let's aim this to like there, and we'll try to spin launch this one up there. That's going to be the goal. Hopefully that gets some nice little spin launch. Oh, it will, and that'll be, you know, a good look. That'll be fine.
Nice approach.
Okay, we'll tap this one up there. Do flag shots tend to drop in? I am so bad at actually getting them. I was hoping for an opportunity. But he did also choose 5-iron during the competitive match. So that's actually... I accidentally hit his button during the game when I was scrambling to take things off the screen or put them on the screen, whatever I was doing. Give us a driver, Randy. Come on. 5-iron. 6 for 7, I think, right? Is that 5 for 6? I disconnected, so I didn't know what else to do, like in the middle of a game.
Nice shot.
Oh no, I said the numbers. I said the numbers. At the same time that we're playing with Randy, I'm also just waiting for the other game to finish. We'll hop back in once we can. Just a quick Randy intermission here. Driver. Thank you, Randy. Randy the GOAT giving us the driver on hole 12. I'm going to try to draw this a little bit. Oh, that's perfect. Okay. That should be pretty ideal. Nice distance. Not a lot of wind to worry about. I wanted to put that in the rough. Actually, ooh, maybe I shouldn't have. I forgot that we were playing with Randy and I need to leave myself, like, versatile options. Probably should have left it in the fairway. That takes the 9-iron out of play. In case we get it. 3-iron. Okay, Randy saves us. Little 3-iron here. We'll hit it to, like, there. With, like, that much power. A little downhill. Maybe this will have to, like, kind of spin launch, similar to the last one. Ooh, a little overpowered. We'll see. You know, that looks kind of fine. Ooh, and it just trickles back. I think we have a birdie chance. Is that a birdie chance? Or is that not? I think it is. Randy has been choosing 5-iron consistently. But that's not a bad club. I mean, that gets you there on a lot of them. Okay. What do we have on the last one? We're at even. Oh, and it's hole 17. We get a special hole and hole 17, but we get some good wind. If he gives us the driver or the spoon, preferably the spoon, driver. Oh, he wants to challenge us. Oh, to keep this on the green is going to be a challenge. Probably have to hit it a little less than, like, pin high. Maybe, like, 3.6 or so. Let's see. Come on, Randy. Come on, Randy. I'm going to try my best for you. Let's put this on the green. That's what I wanted to do. I can't guarantee that's going to be the best result, but it looks pretty good. Oh, very nice. That'll be on the green. That'll be a flat putt. I think we can break par with Randy. Just through 3 here. Okay. Just a little flat putt. I'm going to aim it a touch off to the right, which I think I need to do. And hopefully we just sink that nicely. Beautiful. We're under par with Randy with a special hole. Hole 12, a par 5s give Randy trouble, but with 20 and 17 on the scorecard, we beat par with Randy. All right, where's the game at? Where's the ranked game at? You know, that disconnect, just unfortunate in general, but kind of ruined everybody there, because, like, it seemed like everybody who was in, like, first place disconnected for the most part, and then, like, the people who ended up winning, I don't know, it looks like there was some catching back up, And there's just fewer players to play against when you're, like when half the lobby gets disconnected. So like, you don't gain as much for winning. I guess you don't lose as much for losing, but for a lot of people, it's it seemed to be a bad result there to have that disconnect in some different ways. Okay, they're on hole 8 out of 9. Do we play another quick 3 with Randy? Do we play like a speed 3 with Randy? We may have to jump out of it, but I'll try to play another speed 3. Really quick shots. See if we can finish 3 holes before they finish like 1.5 in the ranked league. Randy is learning. You know, I played significantly better when Randy didn't have any input from the chat, when he was just chilling. What's he deciding here? 5-iron, classic Randy. It doesn't look like on the map it can carry the water, but I've learned with Randy that that's way downhill, and it actually does. You learn new things when you're playing with Randy. Yeah, it looked like that was risk of water, but it was so downhill it actually had no chance. Alright, what does Randy want? Come on, Randy, let us play quickly. What's it going to be? Driver, oh boy. Driver strat from Randy. What do we actually need here? Maybe like 2 dots or so, maybe a little more. We'll call it like 2.5. We'll call it 2.5. We'll see if we can launch this up there. Weird driver strat, but that's going to be my guess. And that looks like it has a chance if it launches. Oh, it doesn't. It just bounces to a stop. But we still have a birdie look on a, you know, a flatter green here. Randy does not play for speed. Randy plays how Randy wants to play. There is no influencing what Randy does, especially today, because you actually can't influence what Randy does. We'll have a little 3-dot putt to send down there. Oh, that's too much. Hopefully it hits the... No, that has no chance. Way too much power. You know, long putts on hole 1 are bafflingly difficult. They seem to never fall when you... Granted, you never really end up a long way away, but I almost want some side hill to deal with. Or like some uphill or downhill so you can control the speed a little better. When it's perfectly flat, it seems to be quite a bit more difficult, especially when it only moves like very, very slightly. Okay, so we'll par the first, but that one's on me. You can't blame that one on Randy. What are we hitting here? Nice little downwind action. Driver. Beautiful. Thank you, Randy. And you know we may have 2 options on the next one. Driver or maybe spoon would also work to put this up there for an eagle, perhaps? We've got like a 2 in 7 chance of seeing that. I don't think the other game is done yet, so we can hustle to finish here. What's it going to be? Anything but the wedge. Driver. Driver. All right. Let's send this one up there, hopefully with a good look at an eagle. Nearly full driver. That should... Oh. Can we... I've never made an albatross here. I've never made one. Oh, and that's not going to be it. That'll be a, you know, pretty tap-in eagle, though. And we'll be 2 under. And we should have been 3. Let's send that down there. Little tap right in the middle. 2 under with Randy. 1 hole to play. Racing the main lobby to hop back in the next game. We'll just preemptively get him up. We'll get him to think right away. You know, maybe I shouldn't rush him because he needs to really think about the situation he's seeing. 5-iron. Okay, Randy. Okay, Randy. Let's try it. Why not? Little, oh, perfect. Full 5-iron. Moving in a nice direction. Oh, that looks beautiful. That looks like, I mean, it's not going to have enough, you know, that's maximum distance. I had to put it right on the cup for that to actually work. But that's about the best I could do. You didn't want to bounce that up there, I don't think. But we'll have a little side hill putt to go 3 under with Randy. And I'll make it. All right. You know, that should have been 4 under. We could have had a chance to break birdie golf with Randy. I mean, 3 under we'll absolutely take. We got some good clubs there. The other game has just finished up, so We played 6 holes with Randy. We went 4 under. Better than I ever have before. Randy is improving. I hope you've enjoyed the quick little intermission while we waited for the rank league to finish. Let's get ready to jump back in. All right, we'll go to the play with friends mode. I forget that I have to like type in the code on stream, but hopefully that's not an issue. Okay, I'm back here. Have I been told I look like... Did I answer that? If I didn't, I always immediately forget what I just said. I have been told I look like Matt Pat. Actually, a lot more so in the past than now. I used to have like longer hair. Or like not like longer hair, but the haircut. Okay. I just gotta wait for the code here. You know what I could do? Is I could go to this. We'll just change it to the camera. And then... the problem is I can't really see my camera when I go like this. Or I can't really see my screen. I kind of can. I can zoom it back out. So I'll just chill here like this until it's time to type it in. There we go. You know, not that I don't necessarily trust the people here, but I'd like to get good at hiding the code for just general purposes. Okay. I think we're good. We are in. We are ready to ball out in the next one. Oh, we got Rick and Duke here, the top 2 players in the ranked league. Actually, I never pulled up the results of the last match. So, the last time I played, I finished 3rd. So, Jay gained 90 points from that one. Most of us dropped. Only 3 people gained. Everyone else dropped. But most of us not by much. Only 5 for me. But that did drop me back down to 12th place. And I think that's where I'll remain. Let's take the ranks off. Oops, I accidentally put them on the screen. There are the ranks. I'm down to 12th, but I'm not... There's a huge group. So, like, between 8th and 12th is just bunched. Actually, it even goes down to 13th. So, 8th to 13th is within, like, 22 points of each other. And then there's another group, like, 100 points ahead. So, one good game can really push you towards the top of the rankings. So, we'll... take that off the screen. We'll wait for this lobby to fill up. Oh, never mind. We're going the wrong direction. 5 players here now. We do have Santa hats across the top row. CBTV, understandably, is maintaining his usual me. You know, if Randy is any indication of how we'll play, I'm feeling pretty confident. How do you get Switch Sports? It's on like the Switch online store. I don't know if you can buy like the physical game. Maybe you can, but I just got it on the, Nintendo Switch online. I don't know if I'll get first in this game. I mean, these lobbies that we're playing against, the people that we're playing are quite good all around. So, I mean, anything but last means that you're beating some really, really good players. And I try to mentally frame it that way. But, to finish in the top 16, you have to beat some good players. And that's what we're trying to do. What Switch do I have? I have the Switch 1. The original. I'm keeping the 5-iron ready. The 5-iron is always ready to go. Maybe I should only hit 5-iron. Do you have to pay for it? For the game, yes. I think it's like $25 or maybe a little bit less with like a... I heard that there was a holiday sale. I'm not sure if it's still on or still going. What do we have? Ranked challenge, only 5 iron, because that's what Randy wants. Only wedges. If you were to see hole 9, you know, it's really weird to see how short the wedge actually goes until you're hitting it on like hole 9 5 times in a row, like we did the other day. Like the wedge feels like it goes so much further when you're using it like by the green. Puts the size of the map in perspective. If you're not first, you're last, Ricky Bobby. You know, we'll take that line of thinking into this game and just rage whenever Duke and Rick hit a shot and I don't. It's December in New Zealand. Like winter or summer? It's December everywhere, right? It did hurt to watch. It hurt to hit the wedge on that hole. You knew it was going nowhere, and you kind of knew that the next shot was also doomed unless you got the wedge, because it's so uphill that nothing else can actually get up off the ground. Don't hit wedge off the tee on hole 9. It just dooms the entire hole.
Photo square.
Alright, we'll play for real. It is summer in New Zealand, I understand that. Do they? I wonder if they make the sales like regional. I imagine they probably would, which doesn't seem very right, but... Alright, we're back. We're playing with... Let's see, I mean, we're playing with the top 2 who are in the race for number 1, so... Always fun to kind of spectate that at the same time that I'm battling for my own rank. What are we going to have? 7 players, Lohania, CBTV, Duke, Sadine, Santa Artie, and Rick, along with myself. We'll jump into our hole 18 to start here. What kind of conditions are we going to see on it? It doesn't look ideal. Looking diagonal. Oh, just crosswind, actually. That's totally fine. And a nice little pin, too. I like that one. So a good look here at hole 18. I've got the furthest back tee spot, but I don't think that really affects much on this shot. Yeah, we carry that. The rocks, no problem. We'll be within a nice 3-iron range on this second shot. I guess this is my revenge game. I've been hoping that today would be, maybe not revenge, but redemption day. And it's been cut short. I had 2, I mean, I played pretty well. I just got outplayed by some really good players. That's just how it goes sometimes. We battle back. Let's hit like... Uh-oh. Oh, CBTV's switch died. Oh boy. Okay, so that saves us from waiting like 3 minutes every single hole. Oh, wait, did we lose Lohania? Or is he going to put on a Santa hat? We got all Santa fits going, at least Santa hats. We got Holiday King, we got Chili Dog, we got Tiger Team. So we'll wait a second to start the next game to get everything organized here. Not sure if Lohania is joining back, or we may be gaining Dylan. We'll see. And nobody wants to play with me. Well, it's mostly the internet, and we can blame this on the internet and batteries. At least it's not my stream. I figured out my stream settings. I had some, you know, people were like, I was assuming that it was like internet issues, and I was trying to figure out my internet, but I had my OBS settings wrong, and it's been really, really smooth since I figured out the codec change I needed to make. So just had to get the frame rate and the bit rate and the codec. I don't even know. There's a couple different settings. I have a general idea of what they do, but I'm not exactly sure what they're technically called. And I think I got them right, and it hasn't had any issues. So I was blaming it on my internet, and I didn't need to. Except for, of course, the time when it got unplugged. But I think we fixed that issue as well. I'm getting a mean stare from the back of the room. But it wasn't her fault. I put the plug at her feet. And sometimes you swing your feet while you're sitting there. Alright, we got Lohania with a Santa hat. It's Santa hats all around. What's up, Hawk? I was fixing to albatross that whole 18. And by albatross, I mean smack the fringe on the second bounce and put it 20 feet by in the fairway. Place the controller down for calibration. It's down. You know, I do tend to put it down between games, so I don't know. Maybe that was the thing to do. Are we waiting for CB to come back, or are we just... How quick... I've never had my Switch run out of battery. Because I, stream and play through my monitors, so... Some people play handheld. That is a potential issue. Do we have a loaded queue here? How many players are actually playing at once right now? So this is the top lobby. And we have... 21 players currently actively playing this game. So this is lobby 1 out of 3. Battling it out once we get going. Looks like we'll have Dylan hopping in, and maybe CBTV if his Switch comes back. Okay, CB's coming back. I think we're gaining Dylan, too, at this point. Yeah, we have 22 players active right now, which is always fun. It's fun to be on here when there's several games going on at once. No Santa hat for Dylan. He's a shark. Shark with sunglasses. And CBTV's classic me. I don't think you can put Santa hats on the Miis. I think you have to put them on, like, the Switch... What are they called? Spocko mates? That never caught on, and I don't think it should have. Spocko mates?
Golf.
The new variation just for this game of the Mii. But everyone who has the Spocko mates has the hat on. But now we have a full lobby, so that's, it's always fun to play with a full lobby. 5 or 6 players is fun, but to have as many people in as you can is always nice. Super long shift at the fire station today, so this helps pass the time. Well, I can understand if you had to pop out real quickly why that would be the case. But I'll be on here for a little bit longer. I hope I can help the time continue to pass. What about, okay, those number of people? It's also fun to genuinely answer the question. Let's play this one safely and carefully. In the trees. This doesn't look safe or careful, but it is. And we'll not hit an aggressive iron shot over the tops of trees. We'll just roll this down there with the spoon. 187 yards out. Let's see. Probably about there is the right power. We'll hit it with or the right adjustment, I should say. The power should be there? Question mark? We'll go for it. That looks pretty good. That should take a good-looking bounce just to the right a little bit. Oh, that looks really good. It is going to just miss, though. It caught a little spot on the green that looked like it made it bounce a tiny bit left. That's not an easy make with even 0 wind, though, so it takes a lot of precise bounces. Just didn't quite happen there. But we have a very straightforward birdie. The nice thing about that spoon play is it leaves you with a very straight putt, even if you just miss it. So we'll tap in a nice birdie there. Sports mates? Is that what they are? Sports mates? Spocko mates. Did I make that up? I thought you did that on accident. No, that's a weird strategy that works nicely on hole 6. It's pretty consistent, and a lot of people are taking this. I don't know if it's newer, but it's definitely the more aggressive route. You have a much better chance of making the hole out I think, going for this little iron play. But you do put the trees in play. Ooh, that one has what looks like the best line out of all of them. Oh, it just moves a little bit too far left. It's definitely more aggressive, and there's part of the reason for the aggressiveness is the possibility of it hitting the downslope and just launching forward. It puts it a lot closer to the cup, though, most of the time. You can make it a lot more often. You know, it's kind of like playing pinball when you're rolling the spoon down there. It can take a different number of bounces depending on where exactly it hits. The make rate is definitely lower, but it definitely keeps you on the green. Weird is an understatement, that's for sure. Never in any sort of golf that I've ever played for real have you wanted to send it into the trees to line up your next shot. But fortunately, in this game, the trees are pretty consistent. So, you know, it's not like you're ricocheting around in branches and stuff. It just kind of drops nicely. Did I start on Wii Golf originally? I mean, I had it as like a kid, but I started playing this game, just this game, not too long ago, like maybe 2 or so years ago, kind of casually, and then I started playing it like, you know, more competitively this summer.
Nice shot.
We'll have another good look here at hole 18. Slightly different situation, different pin. Actually, maybe a slightly tougher pin. Looks like it's the one that's up on that little side, second level, I should say. Yeah, so it's in the middle of the green, but not like on top of it. So we'll have to use, I'm going to say the 3-iron still. We'll aim it to like there. And this is a weird one. It's a little bit weird, but we'll try our best to hit a good shot. Probably about there is pretty good. Let's see. Okay, I think that's good. That should move a good amount that way. That looks quite ideal if it bites. Oh, it just doesn't bite hard enough with that wind. That's okay, though. 7 feet away. A little weirdly uphill, but this looks pretty makeable. We'll give it a good view. Yeah, that looks pretty good. We'll just send this up there with enough power, and that'll fall for a nice eagle. Looks like everybody else put it pretty close, too, so not the easiest wind. A pin that can get you in trouble if you don't, like, spin it properly. You know, you hit some weird spots or something like that, but that was a good read from the entire group here. And like I said in the beginning, this is the top lobby out of 3 going right now, so all of these players, like everybody from top to bottom, has kind of earned their spot in this group, so we're going to see some good play from everybody. And like, even if it looks like people are hitting like bad shots, not that anybody has, everybody's put this one on the green, like, it's still like usually in quite difficult situations. So I try to mentally frame it that way, where it's like, even if it seems like I'm in complete last place and failing miserably, like, it's in comparison to the best. Do I play any other games? Not really. Not like competitively or like that I'd stream or anything like that. I play like Minecraft with my friends. Started playing that this year. A lot of fun. Super fun. Probably my second favorite game behind this. My online rank is currently Infinite 3. I kind of go back and forth right now between 3 and 4. I do just stream Switch Sports. Like, I don't think I'd be very entertaining, at least with the gameplay on any other games. Or, you know, like the competitive aspect of it, and I think I do my best commentating on this game too. So we'll take the 5-iron here. That should hit, oh, the green. I don't think that's going to make it because it hit the green. Yeah. If that hits the fringe, it maybe has a chance, but just a little too much power on that. Could have maybe used the spoon like a lot of players do, but the spoon is not a very comfortable play for me. The 5-iron puts it on the green every single time. The spoon sometimes launches off the back and gets you in trouble. So I trade the odds of launching off the back for lower odds of actually making it. So I kind of, I guess that's, what would you call that? Risk diversification? That's going to be a very nice shot from Rick. See, that's what the spoon does. The spoon gets there, and the spoon is easier to aim when you do it right. You have to hit it with the perfect power, though. Like, you have to have it down. Otherwise, you end up in trouble launching over. I mean, the 5-iron makes it sometimes, just less often than the spoon. But what it doesn't do is get you in trouble a lot of the time. Risk mitigation. Oh, yeah. Mitigation, that's the word. What a good word. Ooh, and a nice chip there from off the back for Artie. So let's see. We'll drop a shot there. I think there were one ace, two aces? Two aces. CBTV and Rick. So CB will jump back into that big group. Six-way tie for second. Rick, the #1 overall player, will take the lead with that nice hole-in-one. Okay, we got hole 1, and then a pretty straightforward rest of the seed with the exception of 8 and 17. We'll have some stronger wind here.
Nice shot.
On this hole 1, 6 miles an hour diagonal. Not strong, but strong for hole 1. I think I'll want to use the 7-iron here. I've been liking the 7-iron more and more. It's a little easier to consistently get it close to the cup and give it a chance than the 9-iron. I used to like the 9-iron. Actually, it wouldn't even reach here, I don't think, so we will definitely not be using it, but let's use that nice 7-iron. And we'll send this one up there with about that much power, I want to say. Let's see. It's a little downhill, so it looks like I'm aiming short, but that should carry a good ways. Move to the right just a little bit. Oh, and lip out. Just a tiny, tiny bit too much power on that still. That could have been a nice catch-up there. Are we going to see any eagles? This is one where it's like not necessarily easy, but it's, you know, pretty straightforward birdie. And people can and do make this. Just close calls so far. Appreciate the live. Where in USA do you live? I'm in Chicago. Oh, that's a great looking shot from Sedin. That should move. Oh, it just doesn't move right enough. A lot of misses on that left side. Mine was fairly close to being the right one, but it's still just lipped out. Or left side, I should say. Did I say left or did I say right? Wow, that is the miss of that hole is just like a foot to the left. So close, felt like that was in. It was coming in at a speed that I knew it had to be like right in the middle for it to work. And I saw it just not pushing far enough that way. So I never really thought that was going to be a make, but I had a feeling it might hit the cup and, you know, slingshot out. So we'll still be one shot back along with nearly everybody else. Fellow Chi-Towner here, glad it's warming up a little bit. It has been nice. It's been nice to have it not be 0 degrees, hasn't it? We'll have a no wind look at hole 12 here. And it's, ooh, a tougher little pin. I actually don't think I know exactly what to do on this one. I can give it a good guess, but that's all I'll be able to do. This lobby is looking quite stacked. Any lobby with Duke and Rick is for sure stacked. Especially when it's full and we have 22 players on. Okay. We'll want to hit, I want to say, like, that shot. It's a guess. Maybe not the best time for a guess, because we may see some albatrosses, but that's all I can do, really. We'll just give it a good look with the spoon, bounce it up there, and hopefully that at least makes it to the pin. And I mean, you never, no, that kicks way too far to the right. It really depends where exactly you hit, how far it kicks right there. Like, I feel like I've aimed that to different spots and it's bounced different direction or different amounts to the right when I've hit like very, very specific spots. So I've yet to get that one down. I'm not sure if there is like a known strategy for this. Not that like I know all of them, but that pin in particular is a little difficult. Ooh, there's a... Was that just a putt? I think it was. Duke nearly made that one. Duke/Rick 500 elo above everyone else. It is absurd, the race for first that is happening right now. How cold's it been for you? I've been complaining about 20s here. It's been... There was a night this past weekend that was like wind chill. Oh, great shot there. Artie, was that for an albatross? It looked like it was. And it was. Fantastic shot for the albatross there. There's another on the way. Oh, and it just misses on the right side. Wow. I wasn't exactly sure what the albatross move was there, but it seems like the 3-iron with backspin was the one. But it got down to like minus 30 for wind chill this previous weekend, which was pretty cold. So Artie will join Rick at the top here. So 8 under through 5, a nice scoring pace so far. 7 under is where I'll be, which is, I mean, you know, that's a pretty good spot to be through 5 holes. It means you're pushing towards an 11 or 12 under. Unless, of course, some of these holes decide to have their way with us. Like, this one's not looking terrible. Not the worst look at hole 8 here. I mean, middle pin is kind of fine. That's really why it's not that bad of a look, but it's not easy. Let's try to send a good shot out there. About that much power should be good. That should move a good amount left, and that actually looks quite good. Oh, take a good bounce high up in the air and zip back. It'll zip back, but not on the perfect line. But I mean, that's like, you know, 5 feet away, 4 or 5 feet away on a tough-looking hole 8. I do recognize the name AP, but thanks for making sure I knew. Sorry, I probably should have mentioned you by name. All right, we got a little side hiller, but we'll tap that up there, no problem, from 5 feet or so. The power for this is, I mean, I have a good idea of the 0 wind power and a decent idea of like the max wind power. And when it's like diagonal wind like that, I tend to just put it right in between. Like 0 wind is 3-ish, for like a little bit under 3 for that pin. And like max wind in the face is pretty much like pin high, like maybe slightly more than pin high, which is like 3.5 or so. So the in-between was a nice like 3.25, roughly. I mean, it wasn't perfect, but it puts you near the cup. And it's the same thing with the aim point. So I have a good idea of what I have to do for like maximum crosswind, like the aim point there, and a good idea of where I have to put it for, you know, aiming right at the pin, which is fairly obvious. And I kind of just put it right in between there too, maybe favoring the max wind side, just because with the wind in the face, it has some more hang time and more time for it to move. And that usually works out pretty nicely. I mean, it's not like the most precise of guesses, but it's a good way to educate the guess, and it works on pretty much every hole. Yeah, that's one you just wanted to put close for sure. Well said, AP. We can aim this a little more to the right than usual. We can allow that to carry the tree a bit more with the helping wind. And that'll be a pretty good look. That'll put us down there nicely in that little ravine of the fairway. And I don't know if we can necessarily go for this in 2 to put it on the green. We'll see. I may want to put this as close as possible, though. So I may go for the little fade and launch. Just a little bit. Nothing too extreme. You know, if we end up short, that's where we'd end up anyway. But maybe just a little bit could give us a nice boost. I just want to put this as close as possible. Oh, that's perfect. Okay. I mean, that may end up in the bunker. It may kind of launch through it. We'll have to see. Okay, it'll launch, and it'll still end up in the bunker, but that's okay. We're pretty close. About as close as I could hope to be. And we'll have a decent look. So we'll probably want to aim this to, like, there. And I'll send it up with some spin in the hopes that it works. That looks decent. Not like a make, though. I mean, it'll come back a little bit, but that really doesn't move back. That's such a tough one to make. That needed to be, like, right on the pin for it to really have a chance.
Nice birdie.
Okay, will we see any eagles here? This was a tougher look. This is not a favorable pin. But we have, I mean, the most capable players of it here. Sedin and Duke are still in the bunker. Dylan's a little further back. There's one shot on the way. That looks really good. Oh, and it falls. Great shot from Duke. That is a Duke-type shot right there to make that one fall. Not an easy one at all. Sedin will lip it out. My goodness, that was about as close as you can get. I mean, that was really, really on it. It looks like Dylan was, further back and had to hit, a shot that's tougher to judge with this kind of tailwind. It's a very weird part of the green to spin it on. Duke is absolutely dialed right now. Great to catch you live, and good to see you, the Drunken Jelly. First live stream I've caught. What's up, Aiden? What's up, Twilight? Welcome in. Glad to have you here. So just like that, it's Duke and Rick at the top. Santa Artie is there as well. The Santa hats at the top of the leaderboard. We'll be one shot back. We'll have 2 holes to play. It's going to be a 0-wind hole 10. Now, what pin do we have? It's going to be... Oh, a repeat. Okay, we saw this one last time. And I went for this strategy, and it worked beautifully. So let's try that again. Just put that nicely out to the right. Let it kick left. And that put us on a very, very nice line to send this one up there with some spin. Hi, I'm new in Infinity. Hello, Raphael. Welcome in. Okay, I think that's the play. Right about there with a good amount of spin.
Nice shot.
That feels like the shot. If it roll... Oh, that's really, really too far. Hopefully it rolls all the way back. It's not going to. That went so far compared to last time. Oh, a 1-bounce dunk. Who made that one? That was... It hasn't popped up. Sometimes it just doesn't pop up, which is a little frustrating. I'd like to see who it was. Ah. We'll see a couple makes, though. That's for sure on this pin. CB has made it. I think I briefly saw that Duke made it. It was there for like a split second. I think someone else made that, though. And that's the type of thing, I mean, that'll drop me back down to like 6th place. And I've been playing fairly well. I just didn't make this one, and you really needed to. Wow, everybody's making it. Dylan with a nice make. These are indeed the games you love to see. It's anyone's game. But, if you don't make a shot like that, like one that doesn't look like a guaranteed make, but we see 4 out of the 8 make it. So Duke made it. Who else moved there? Dylan, CB, and... Rick? I'm actually not exactly sure. I don't think Rick made it. He dropped back. Duke went ahead. So Duke's now in first. We just have hole 17 to play. I am at 10 under, but I'm way back on the leaderboard. And I mean, 11 under might not even do it. We've got a tough look here at hole 17. We'll just want to put that up there as far as we can. The wind will push that right a little bit. Ooh, but I left that a little too far to the left. I want to be towards the right a little bit more. Maybe... I thought the wind would push that a tiny bit more. It just didn't. Okay, so we'll have to aim this a little bit to the left. Not a ton, but a little. We'll give it a chance. That feels pretty good, and that'll be a make. Okay, so that's a nice chip. However, a lot of people gave themselves a nice look at this one with like a pure upwind chip. Rick has made it. Who else are we going to see make it here? CB has made it. So this is another one where, you can't make the eagle. The eagle's not possible. The chip is doable, and we'll see a whole bunch of players make it. Oh, man. Who was that? That was Artie just missing it. Sedin will make it. Duke has, it looks like the last shot at it, and he will make it. Just drop it in. That'll be a nice, I believe, minus 13 for Duke to take the victory. I'll be at 11, so 2 shots back of the lead. I'm not exactly sure if I really caught back up at all there, though. So I was in solo 7th place, despite being at 10 under. That'll keep me in 6th. So 6th place is 11 under in this lobby, which feels pretty absurd. But that's the way it goes in these super competitive ones. That's my second, kind of leaking elo, just because everyone else played so well. I mean, I played pretty okay. I just missed a hole out on hole 10 that I needed to make. And I mean, even a nice chip on 17 doesn't make up for it, so we'll be towards the bottom of the leaderboard. And oh, I forgot to pull my little dashboard back up. So my session hasn't reset, so once the results are put in, we'll be able to take a look at it still. I think I'll play one more before we hop off here. I've been on for almost 2 hours, which is Usually when I'm streaming, I tend to, my hand starts to hurt. My throat starts to hurt from talking so much, so 2 hours is usually where I cut it. Maybe I'll get better at it in the future. But we'll play one more. It should push us to a good amount over 2 hours. Yeah, that was a huge grade. I mean, the fact that the top 5 players made 12 unders with 8, like max wind 8 and an unreachable 17 on the scorecard, there's not a whole lot you can do. If you don't hit the shots, you are going to be towards the bottom. Like, you must hit 2 or 3 good shots, like good hole-outs, in order to win there. Okay, so I'll drop 2 rank points, actually, and I'll be down to 14th place. So I've played certifiably pretty well today. It's just that, you know, the people I'm playing have played better. And, you know, when that happens, it's hats off to them. There's not a whole lot you can do other than make the shots. So we'll be down 45 elo on the day. I'm actually on the border of that top 16 after being in 3rd 2 days ago. So we're all the way down to 14th. Does it feel like that will be where I finish? I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of really, really good players in this game. I'm hoping that I can, like, revert to the mean and eventually have some of these, like, decent / better rounds rewarded. But it's all about, you know, placement on the leaderboard and not about how you're actually playing when it comes to the math of the elo. So that's the way it goes. We'll just have to hope that we hit some more good shots. See if we can get some of those points back. Get some of those rank places back. Oh man, I dropped from 3rd to 10th yesterday in like 2 games. I mean, I posted the video. You can see what happened. A lot of times when that sort of thing happens, it feels like it's out of your hand a little bit. But today I've played fairly well. It's been, you know, pretty good technical golf. Just not leaderboard positions to gain the points. What is up, Evan and Charlie? Welcome in. What do we have here? Interesting look at hole 15. I think we'll want to aim it to like there-ish. I'll hit the 9-iron. We'll bounce it up there. Maybe with like that much power. And let's see. Hopefully that at least makes it, puts it in the area of the cup. That looks pretty good if it flies. Oh, it's just not going to roll out, is it? That was on the line. Just not quite powered enough. And that's kind of been the day. I mean, I've been close. I've been on it. I've been tapping in shots. But people are making them. And tap-in birdies are not the same as a hole out. In this, you know, competitive situation. Whoa. That is a loud dog out there. And not a very happy sounding dog. I live on the 3rd floor, so in that type, I'm sure the mic picked that up. What mic is it? It's a Rode NT USB. It's a nice USB mic, highly recommend for just like, you know, plugging it in, no settings, it just sounds nice. Oh, there's going to be a make from Dylan, wow. So in this type of lobby, every single hole you are going to see a make for the most part. Like it's almost rare to, even with maximum wind, a weirder situation on hole 15, and like, are we gonna see 2? We might see 2. Another one, Rick and Dylan, 2 eagles on a max crosswind hole 15. If I could be any animal, what would I be? Oh, I don't know. I feel like animals tend to not have a very good time. I like the animal that I am. I gotta send some congratulations. I'm thinking about the animal thing. Was it just the 2 eagles? It was. So Rick and Dylan, with those 2 very nice shots, will push towards first place. I need to make some shots at some point to not just gradually fall back from like 3rd to 4th to 5th to 6th. You know, I'm making good scores, but you can't be in the range of like 11 or 12 here. You have to be in the range of like 13 or 14, which is difficult to do. And it's the top lobby for a reason, but sometimes I can get there. Historically, I've had a couple good runs at getting there consistently. Just hasn't been the past 2 days for it. Dylan's who I meant to say has been playing good yesterday. IDK where I got Steven from. Oh, understandable. Dylan for sure has been playing extremely well.
Nice shot.
Okay, let's see if we can... I mean, this is one where we're going to see a couple of makes. We're going to have to try to make it ourselves. And it's not an easy one. It's not to say that it's an easy make. It's just a shot that people do make in this caliber of lobby. Let's see. Let's send it up there with, like, that much power. Now, hopefully that takes a nice bounce. Oh, and it's just a little too far on the left side. They're just so close, but they're not in. That one doesn't always kick left like that, I feel like. Oh, we see two really close calls. You know, close calls have been the case for most of the lobby. But, you know, every hole, a couple people tap it in. Or not tap it in, you know, make it. I just haven't had the makes, the occasional makes that the rest of the lobby seem to be having. Bunch of close calls so far, so no eagles. I mean, this is... Wow, that one just bounces to it. That's weird. I mean, mine kind of launched with the wedge after a couple of bounces, and that one just stayed exactly put. Like that. Like, it usually does that. So a baffling bounce to a stop there for Rick. That looked like it had a pretty good line. And it looks like Dylan is going to have a tap-in for the birdie. Duke and Artie, who are one shot back with me, both have looks here at this one. Let's see if either of them can make it. You know, the way that this has gone is just like each hole, somebody makes one, takes that one-shot lead on me. And there's Duke making it, so Duke will push from third to that tie for first again. Duke is on fire, but that's, I mean, not unexpected for Duke. That guy makes every single shot. Artie has a good look at it here. With my best being minus 14, it's very hard to win these levels. It really is. Like, you have to have a top-tier game to just be, like, towards the top of the leaderboard. Can I show the swing technique? On, like, live, like, this is, like, a competitive ranked game. So, like, I don't, like, really... I just have the face cam, and that works for me here. But I do have a video where I show, like, every single shot type. I haven't changed anything about my swing since then. But when I'm live on here, I tend to just do the face cam. So we'll drop back to fourth, slowly, slowly leaking spots on the leaderboard. We're gonna have to make one at some point to stop leaking elo and rank positions. We've been on most of them, just haven't been in the cup. Let's aim this one to there, I want to say. We'll hit the 3-iron with, like, that much power.
Nice shot.
That's a pretty good feeling shot. That should miss on the right side, probably. Yeah, that's going to zip back, and that may actually end up... Okay, not off the green, but just a miss on the right side. Slightly over-adjusted for the wind. And it's another close call. It's one where I'm just slightly off. And I need to have some where I actually make it. And fast. Are we going to see any aces? There's an... Oh my goodness. Lohania, I think that was. 90-degree lip out, and it went like nowhere from there. Am I playing Globe tomorrow? I'm not exactly sure. I've tried to play more ranked and less global on here. Like, I had said that I play global like once a week or so, but perhaps it depends on what people want to see. What is up, Rachel? Welcome in. Will we see any aces here? It doesn't look like it. Is anyone still on the tee? No, it looks like birdies, unless I missed one. That would have been my... Yeah, if I made that one, I mean, I left it just, you know, a foot and a half, a foot or so to the right. If I had done my adjustment very, very slightly differently. You know, every time I'm kind of guessing on the adjustment, and usually I'm pretty close. I just have to actually, like, hit the bullseye. I'm all around it, just haven't been, you know, right on. Oh, there was an ace. CBTV with a nice ace will drop me back to fourth, so there'll be a four-way tie at 4 under. So like I said, this is how all the games have been going. I haven't been making mistakes, I just haven't been making shots. And they're not easy shots, they're just shots that people of this caliber can and do make. And if I'm going to be of that caliber, I'm going to have to start doing it myself. Let's see here. We're going to have to use that little tree strat again. The Tree Meister, the king of the trees. We'll send another one up there. Hopefully not in the trunk. Okay, we'll avoid the trunk. And really the goal of this is to take those trees on the right side out of play. So they're on my right now, and the wind is pushing left to right, which means they are out of play, and that is good. We'll want to hit this with, like, that much power, I'd say. We'll give it a look. We'll give it a good look. Yeah, right about there feels pretty good. 2.5. That should take a little kick and roll all the way down the hill, hopefully. Now, it's not going to make it all the way to the cup, but that's going to be very, very straightforward for the make there. I'm old enough. Okay. We'll tap in a birdie. Not a make, or not a hole out, but it's a birdie. At least it's only one shot down from first. The problem is, when I'm one shot down, today, I haven't been able to come back. Like, usually I can make a couple here and there, but the shots haven't wanted to fall yet. Just have to keep trying, though. You know, it's been a solid 3 or 4 games, and I don't really think I've had a hole out that wasn't either 0 wind or, like, really light wind. I've had a lot of close calls, and the way it goes a lot of the time is a percentage of them drop. Some days your percentage is higher, some days your percentage is lower. You just have to keep putting it by the pin and hope that your average is good enough to give you some good placements here and there. When I'm playing Switch Sports, I keep finding myself saying probably about that much power. I don't mean to have those little things that I say, but I guess I do. Like, people have called me out a couple times on those, you know, repeat phrases that don't really help you unless you're watching what I'm doing. Probably about that much power as I mispower the practice shot. And then I go for it for real, but mentally I know what I'm going for. That's part of the reason why I tend to pre-record my videos, so I can edit out my, you know, things that make no sense, but it seems like they're making sense when I'm saying it live. Okay, so we'll still be one shot back of the lead. 4-way tie in first. 4 under through 4, just 4 birdies. We'll move on to, what's it going to be? Hole 2. And we still have 12, 7, 18, 17 to finish again. I feel like we've had 17 to finish so many games. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and a little bit of a guess to about there. We'll call it. I think that's pretty good. We'll hit it with a little more power than I typically would, but it's kind of a guess. We're off the green with the aim, which means we lose the grid. But I think that's a decent looking shot. Oh, it's going to be too far right. Yeah, that'll roll back, and it's not going to be, you know, in jeopardy of not making the birdie. Ooh, that looks like an ace. Was it an ace? Oh my goodness, it's just outside the cup. When my replay pops up and it, like, cuts off a shot that's on its way, I wish I could turn the replay off, because rarely do I ever care about the replay, but it pops up every time you're close. That looks like it's going to be a make for Rick to maybe pull ahead, unless some of the people tied for first can say something about it. Dylan's shot is on the way. There's another good-looking shot. Oh, and they'll just miss kind of in opposite directions of the pin there. Duke, it looks like, has the final tee shot. Sadine has tapped in for the birdie. Duke's shot is going to zip back, and that will fall. Wow, smacking the middle of the pin for a nice ace. It's between Duke and Rick. Who would have thought? For 2 shots ahead of the big group here. Whenever I can get into the high elo, this is exactly how I play too. Always close, but never quite enough. That's the way it goes a lot of the time, unless you have a heater of a run. Like, I feel like the run up to 3rd place, I had some very good fortune, and that's a very evenly spaced leaderboard. 2 at 7, 2 at 6, 2 at 5, 2 at 4. We're behaving well in terms of spacing on the leaderboard. If I'm not chipping in now, I'm saving them for the future. I hope so. I hope that every shot I don't make
Nice.
is made up for at some point. The Kings of Clubs. Alright, what do we want to do here? This is a bit of a weird one. We just got to aim it to, like, there. Club down. Hit it with, like, that much power, I'd guess.
Nice shot.
I think that's decent looking. Hang on, if that takes a big bounce in the right direction, it will kind of. It'll zip back. Oh, and it'll lip out. I wasn't expecting that one to fall.
Nice on.
But that's kind of just how the game has gone. That's not an easy albatross there, but like, you know, sometimes every couple of games, every once in a while, you hit one like that. Just hasn't happened here.
Great eagle.
I should make a video of me saying, or just me saying, about that much power. About that much power. This is a tough one to albatross here, but I wouldn't put it past these players to pull it off. We got Artie, Rick, and Dylan still in that fairway. Rick's shot is on the way. That's going to take a good looking bounce. That should kick left, and that looks perfect. That should zip back down, move to the right a little bit. Oh, and it'll just miss on the left side. You know, that rolls really, really straight. Maybe especially from this angle the wind gives you. I don't know how makeable this shot actually was. I would have been really surprised if mine fell. You know, the lip out didn't look very nice, but I think that was kind of going to happen. Unless, you know, you smack the pin or you lip out. It just doesn't move enough to the side to give you the outcome where it hits the middle of the pin and falls on the backside. Absolute banger of an edit with that much power. I need to say that more often while I'm hitting so I can, like, clip the makes. I feel like I say that on the practice swings and then I'm quiet when I'm actually hitting it. So we're still evenly spaced here. 9 to 8 to 6, or to 7 to 6. Being from Chicago, don't you get enough torture with the wind already? Did you know that the Windy City thing has nothing, or not nothing, but wasn't actually about wind itself? It's about corrupt politicians from like the 80s or so being full of wind. Because Chicago's had some historical problems with that. So the old politicians, they say, were full of wind, or the Windy City. It is also windy, so I can see why people call it the Windy City, or why that name stuck. It does look like it's time to get the 5-iron out, doesn't it? If there ever were a time, why not now? What do we want to do here? Do I want to spoon this up and over, or, I don't know, 3-iron maybe? I'm thinking 3-iron. That's what we'll go for. Need a lot of power on this, though. Nearly full, I'd think.
Nice shot.
Yeah, right about there feels like a good shot. That should move a good amount. Is it going to be a make? I don't think so. Oh! Oh, they're so close. They just don't want to get that little tiny extra sparkle of luck. Some say politicians, some people say mob. I mean, you know, it could go either way. I haven't been here long enough to fully know the history. That's just what I've heard. If I made that, I mean, 2 in a row now. A weird lip out. I mean, wouldn't have been a deserved make on 12. But then I smack the pin there right in the middle and just rebound it back. Like, I'm so close to pushing towards, like, making a shot. And, you know, you need to make a shot to not just leak elo every single game. But they're just all right there, but not falling. And, I mean, over the course of 4 games, we've dropped 45 elo points. It hasn't been, like, bad. There's no game in particular have I played, like, poorly. But I just haven't hit, like, the one shot that I've needed. Okay, I mean, that was a tough one. We'll see 1 par from the group, but I mean, the rest birdies. So, like, people just don't drop shots in this, in these types of lobbies. Like, you're going to be facing birdies on the really tough holes, and you must make eagles at other times in order to have any sort of chance. We'll have a tough look at hole 18 here, and then a tough look at always a tough look at hole 17 to finish the round. Let's aim this one aggressive. You know, I need to make an eagle here to have a chance. Is that going to end up in the rough? It's going to be close. It's going to be really close, but we'll end up in the fairway. That takes a nice little kick, and that's absolutely perfect. Okay. You know, it looks like you're aiming it too far, but it kicks to the right, and that ends up being okay. Let's try to leave this one, you know, safely on the left side. I think I can actually kind of carry it pretty far with this wind, but I want this to be like a perfectly upwind chip, and that's what I'll get. I'll launch to the right spot, and now I'll have a good look at this one. Okay. What do we have to do? The wind's pushing very, very slightly to the left. I'm going to aim this just like a touch left. Like right about there. Barely, barely, barely left. And we're going to hit this with some spin and try to aggressively spin it back into the cup. Let's see if we can pull it off. Right about there. That should land a little bit short. It should take a little spin past it. Oh, and it just misses it. How many times are we going to be right on it over and over and over, but it just doesn't want to fall? Oh, it's one of those days again. 2 in a row. You try not to have 2 in a row, but it's been one of those days where, you know, I don't think there's a whole lot I could do other than just get a little bit luckier. These shots, I mean, they require some degree of luck. There's no real avoiding that. When you're dealing with this level of wind, you know, you can't be super precise. And that ended up on the right side of the pin. So it may have taken a weird little bounce. Oh, there's been a bunch of other close calls. You know, it hasn't been just me hitting these like really like precise shots that are just 1/2 a degree of precision off. It's been pretty common. Bray wants to 1v1 again. Oh man, I've been on here for like 2+ hours, which is a while for me. I did say this was my last game. But maybe for Bray, we'll see. It's getting a little late here. I've been on for, I don't know. I really want to play. We got 1 hole left. We're still down. It's been a tough seed. It's been a tough scoring seed, but you know, there have been 7 opportunities, really 8 opportunities to make a shot, and I've been really close on a lot of them. Just haven't put them in the cup. And here's another one. Like, this is pretty much an impossible hole-in-one. Like, there's no real making this. Unless you get, like, super lucky. Yeah, we're just going to kind of put that short-ish. Okay. Do we want to chip this or do we want to putt this? I'm thinking it's going to be the putt. A little bit weird, but it tends to work. Probably have to hit it with a little more than 2 dots of power. Okay, that's perfect. We'll make the birdie, but once again, I mean, in this caliber of lobby, pretty much everyone's going to make that birdie. There's no gaining the shot there, because I did the best I could. It's just that everyone else can also maintain their position ahead of me. Can't reach the pin. Maybe if you launch it, it had a chance, but you can't really launch that on purpose either. So we'll drop back again. You know, I've played... I don't think there's any argument that I've played poorly. And that's kind of a, you know, a personal, I don't know, I don't even know what the proper word is, reconciliation? But, you know, it just hasn't been the results. Rick and Duke made 2 great shots that round. CB made a great shot. And that's what it comes down to. I just didn't have the hole out. I put a whole bunch right on it. 10 under again. You know, I've been 10 and 11 under all day, so I'm not missing much. I'm just not making much. And that keeps you right in the middle. So we'll see Rick and Duke. They will tie for first, and they'll be battling it out. Since I'm not involved in that one, I can not play the next one. So if I tied that one, if I made a shot and tied for first or something, or made 2 shots and tied for first with Duke and Rick, I'd have to play in the next one. But you know what? I think we can go play Bray Bear. That's how we'll end the stream today. We'll watch this kind of ridiculous closest to pin that they have to play here. Oh, yeah, that's all you can do. You have to hit a full driver from that spot, and Duke ricochets it off the pin. That was extremely, extremely close for Duke. We'll see if one of them can make it. I mean, this is a ridiculous closest to pin. Kind of not fair to actually decide a game that way, and that's why we don't. But I'll hop off, and we'll see if... You know what? We'll give Bray Bear a shot at redemption. Okay, I gotta say my GGs and goodbyes to the ranked league, and we'll see. We'll see if Bray Bear is still willing. I took a second. Ooh, I'm losing my voice. The voice is going on me. I do still have half a cup of coffee left, though. It's a little late in the day at this point, but... Oh man, that's cold. That is some cold, cold coffee. Is Bray live? I assume he's live, but is he... I'll just send him a message. Or I can just hop in his live. I can do that. I forget sometimes that I can do that. Alright, I got his stream up. I'm sending a message. Get some water. I guess I do have water too. I mean, I have it ready. I just tend to not do anything except talk to the camera and swing the club when I'm on here. Okay. I will jump to my camera mode. Oh, I gotta turn that up. What do I have to do? Go to there. Zoom out.
Hey, listen, Jack, put a $20,000 money line on me beating Aiden, bro.
Bray Bear saying $20,000 money line on him winning. All right, making the room. We'll have. I'll send the code to Bray Bear.
I'm chilling in an ice bath right now, watching. How am I supposed to respond to that? I don't know how I feel about that one. Aiden just sent me a code too. No, Jack, we're not running a whole lobby. All right, let me see if he sent me one.
I just sent it to him, so we'll see if he joins.
Wait, hold on. Where's? No, wait, not my Discord.
Okay.
Okay, all right, chat. I am running one with Aiden. We're running it back.
All right, we'll run another. We're running another with Bray Bear.
I have to switch over the screen. I have to switch over the screen so you guys can't see the code, okay? So you guys can't see this code.
I'll keep his live up. Hopefully it's not too loud. All right, the rematch. Let's see what happens. I have multiple. I left multiple spots open. We can run like the 1v1v1.
Alright, and I'm switching back over to Switch Sports. Alright, chat. I hope you weren't saying anything freaky, freaks. OT with a...
Okay. Just sent it. We'll run. So I know Bray Bear has also played DeChambeau, so we'll run the 1v1v1 as like the rematch all the way around. Oh, how did the last game go for Elo? I actually don't know. It has not finished yet.
Spoko Square.
Okay. I'm getting Bray Bear's stream back to full screen. Let's run this thing. 18 holes. No CPUs.
Golf.
Playing a 1v1 again. per request. All right. Let's get this thing going. He's got the what's Sunday Night Football or the Fox NFL music going. I'm getting hype. All right. I got spectators. I got plenty of spectators actually. Well, one active spectator, one that's nearby. You know, we already had a cat reveal in this stream, so we'll leave her be. She's chilling right now. What do we got here on the first? 9 miles an hour.
Nice shot.
Okay. Oh, look at that. We're all in the Santa fits. Love the stream, bro. Thank you. Okay. This is for sure the final game of the day. We're just playing this last one. Let's try our best here to hit a good shot. Let's hit it with like that much, I'll say. Okay. That looks pretty... And that's going to miss on the right side. Okay, just going to miss on the right side. I feel like I've missed that way so many times, but that's all right. We'll tap in a birdie. Tougher wind on hole 1. Okay. Just a tap in on the first. Not too bad. I also still have my ranked elo on the screen, so we'll see how that moves when the actual previous game finishes. I'll have some more of my cold coffee, see if we can fix the voice. Is Bray Bear getting input from the chat? Yeah, it worked. It's by the cup. All right. You know, I don't want to accuse him of that. I just hear him saying it. I'm only halfway picking up on the context. So is it me versus Bray Bear? You know, Bray Bear kind of plays... The me versus Bray Bear's chat doesn't make a lot of sense because Bray Bear's chat seems to always be against him, so I guess I'm rooting for Bray Bear. The triangle of interests is very interesting here. All right, what do we have? 9 miles. Ooh, 9 miles an hour. Tough looking hole 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, plus a little bit more. We'll send this one down there with like that much power, maybe slightly more. Okay. That feels like a pretty good shot. We'll see. It's going to hit the rough first, and that's not going to let it go all the way to the pin. But that'll be, once again, tap-in range. Totally fine. What's up, Vincente? Welcome in. Or Vincent E. Parker. Not sure which way that is. Glad to have you here. We're playing Bray Bear and DeChambeau here. 1v1v1.
Nice birdie.
Bray's going to win it. I feel he needs the redemption. You know, this is the redemption game for Bray Bear for sure. There is no doubt about that. I love these streams. Like, the only reason I'm using the app. Oh, really? Wow. Well, thank you for being here. Do I stream outside TikTok? I do. I'm on pretty much all of them right now. I'm not always on like all of the platforms, but at the moment I am. I was playing the ranked league earlier. Like if anyone follows like Sensei or any of the other like streamers or content creators for this game, the league that they play in when they're saying the ranked league, that's the same one. But we're just playing a fun, casual 1v1v1 here with Bray Bear and all of his previous challengers. All of his previous challengers, meaning me and DeChambeau. I said it correctly the first time? All right, Vincente. Thank you. Glad that was right. So we're tied through 2 birdies all around. 2 to 2 to 2. The ranked league elo hasn't updated yet, so Duke and Rick are still going at it. Once that updates, I can pull it off the screen. I'm just curious to see how that last game finished off. Ooh, tough, weird wind here. Not wind, pin.
Nice.
Wind is fine, 0 miles an hour. It's not the most makeable 0 mile an hour wind pin though, so we'll try our best. Love to start playing golf. I tried it and it was so bad. This game definitely has like a learning curve to it, but once you get it down, it's quite satisfying to play. And it's pretty, you know, repeatable. It's not like a ridiculously hard game, but at the beginning it does definitely feel like it. Okay, so we'll have 41 yards out. It is a late day. I've also been on for a while. I didn't mean to be streaming this long, but here we are. Let's aim this one to like there, I think. We'll hit it with enough power to get it up there, but I don't know. I don't want to hit this too far. I think that's pretty good. I think that's pretty good. Kick to the right just a little. Oh, it's not going to roll back, and I didn't expect it to with the 9-iron. That's a really tough pin to make. It's just another tap in. Just another birdie. Oh, DeChambeau had a very similar one to me. Just didn't spin back. Bray Bear ended up leaving it a little bit short. So that'll be a tap in for DeChambeau. Let's see how Bray Bear does here with this slightly longer putt. What is this, like 15 to 17 feet or so? Just a little left to right. All right, it's on its way, and he made it. All right, nice putt there for Bray Bear. Okay, still tied through 3. No eagles for anybody, no pars for anybody, just birdies. I'm almost done with this old coffee. The voice is coming back a little bit, though. It's working. I'm not like sick or anything. I've just been live for 2.5 hours and non-stop talking. Ooh, okay. We have a tougher look here at this pin, this weird pin on hole 4 here. We'll want to go spoon. We'll want to hit it with like that much power, and you just never know. Oh, that's going to be a little bit short, I think. We'll have to actually see. It may take a good kick. It may take a good kick, roll up there, and fall. All right. You know, that one really, really depends on the bounce. And we got a good bounce there. Rolled it up there with the spoon. You know, I remember being on Bray Bear's stream when he had a very similar one, and I was like, Bray Bear, 3 dots with the spoon. It works. You know, it's not exactly 3 dots. It's like the bottom of the 3rd dot, which is definitely a little confusing, but it works nicely. And that'll give me a lead through 4 here by 1 shot. Oh, Bray Bear! Just a tiny bit short on that, but I can hear him screaming. I have his live stream open on my phone, just below, just out of eyesight of my game. Okay, so we'll take a 1-shot lead over DeChambeau, 5 under through 4. You know, the easier holes are typically 1 through 3, but we don't make the eagle on them, and we just make make the hole in 1 on 4. Let's see what we get on hole 5 here. Looks like we'll have some headwind? Yeah, it's headwind. Okay, 15 miles an hour. It's not too bad, it's just not very fun.
Nice shot.
No fun on hole 5. We're going to have to hit a tough little shot up there with this wind direction and power. So we'll be... I mean, it doesn't really matter exactly where you are on the... Oh, hang on. The results are in from the last ranked game, and I gained 7 ELO points. So I'm only down 38 on the day. Granted, I'm down 6 rank positions, but there's a huge, huge group from like 8th to 14th place. And that's something you can make up, you know? We're not down by a lot. We just had a couple of down days in terms of, not really in terms of gameplay, just in terms of like bounces and luck. Like I would tell you honestly, because I've played this game a good amount, like if I was playing poorly, and, you know, a lot of times when that happens, it's because I'm playing aggressively or, you know, overzealously maybe, but I feel like I was playing fairly well. It just didn't happen to be my day. And we're not down a ton despite that, so that's a good feeling. Ooh, DeChambeau has made it. DeChambeau has made, it looks like, the eagle. Very nice shot there. I'm going to have to send that one up. It'll, launch, and I'm going to be a little bit short. So that wind in the face really slowed that one down. So I can now pull that ranked dashboard off the screen. We're not paying attention to that anymore now that we're done with the ranked league for the day. And we'll just have to send this little putt up there. That'll be good. We'll sink the birdie, and we'll be tied with DeChambeau now, who made a nice eagle on this hole 5. Everybody does have the Santa thing, yes. It's Santas all around in this game. DeChambeau makes a nice one. We'll be at 6 under through 5. Oh, Bray Bear. 3 under with a par there. Got this game a few months ago, not expecting it to have a whole competitive community. It is a fun, like, it's not like a huge competitive community, but the people who play are quite good at it, and it's a lot of fun that way. Like, there's a solid base of, like, you know, 2,000, a couple thousand or so players, and, like, in the league that I play in, there's, like, a couple hundred. It's a lot of fun. What's up? Loek Pier / Airy Bomberi, I think. We're doing well today. We just finished up with the ranked league. Now we're moving on to some games, a 1v1 challenge against Bray Bear here, another streamer of this game. And we got DeChambeau as well. Okay. I think that's a decent looking shot that should kick, maybe left when it bounces that far. No, it bounces right. And that's perfect. Okay. Not a make, but right on it. You know, 1.5 feet, 2 feet or so. 2.5 feet, I should say. Oh, DeChambeau got a pin smack with the iron shot. My goodness, what a tough break there. I've had a couple of those myself today. Oh, Bray Bear. Was that for an eagle? Right on the edge. Hang on, he's going to tap it in. Oh, for a par. That was for a birdie. But still, super, super close call on that chip. I've realized I have to turn some lights on here. I'm playing in the dark, except for my one really bright light in my face. All right, we're sufficiently lit up here. Let's see if DeChambeau can save this, undeserved long birdie putt. That looks quite good. Oh, and it's very nice. Nice putt there from a long way away. You said you don't game. What got you into this game? My friends played it. My friends had there were 4 roommates, and like the local mode has up to 4 players, and it's just like a fun, we're all the age who played like Wii Sports and stuff growing up, and it's a fun next iteration to that. I liked playing with them, and then I just got into it on my own too. Ooh, tough look here, very tough look. 33 miles an hour. Yikes. Oh boy. You know, this is one of those situations that I personally kind of like, because I kind of have a good idea of what to do. But that's not a very nice wind at all. We'll end up, in the right spot. We'll aim this way out to the left. Yeah, we'll have to aim this, like, way, way out there. Probably, like, there. And then we'll just spin it up there. Hopefully it comes back. Right about there feels pretty good. Let's try that out.
Nice shot.
That looks like it might be a touch short. We'll have to see, though. We'll have to see. Oh, that actually looks... Oh, it's... Yeah, short. Oh, stay on the green. DeChambeau will send it up there beautifully and make it? Did he just make that through all that wind? That was an eagle. DeChambeau, what an incredible, incredible shot there. That is... one of the better makes I have seen from anybody on my streams. 33 mile an hour maximum wind on hole 7, and that's an eagle. I've got a real tough look here at this birdie. Let's see if I can send it up. Little uphill. Oh, that's not going to make it, is it? Oh, it just misses. Oh, that's so close, but it just misses. That's a tough putt. That really, really spun back. I was not quite expecting that, but... that's all right. We'll tap in a par. And now we're 2 shots behind DeChambeau. We're still on the front 9. There's still a lot to play, but that was a fantastic, fantastic shot. Oh, sorry, I don't have the clip, but I have the VOD that I think is downloadable if you want to save it. I apologize, I missed that, chat. That was an absolutely crazy shot. So 9 under is where DeChambeau will be. This has not been the easiest seed. It took a nice ace on 4 to even be here, but DeChambeau's 2 shots better right now. We'll move on to a tougher looking hole 8-2. 15 mile an hour crosswind. 5, 6 or so, maybe like there. I'll take the 7, bounce it up. I think about there is pretty good. Let's see if, okay, I lost a pixel. That's kind of what I wanted, though, actually. Oh, that's still going to move too far left. I mean, that'll be, ooh, tough putt, but that's always the case on this pin. There are no easy putts unless you get, like, perfectly aligned. That is not where I am right now, but Bray Bear made a nice birdie there. That was a fantastic putt. Okay. I'll send this up with, like, a little over a dot of power. And that's going to miss on the low side again. My putting has not been on today. Granted, I've been on here for like 3 hours. Excuse me. And that kind of happened yesterday. My putting went at about this time, so... All right. two misses in a row, but they weren't easy ones. And that one really moved left on me. You know, I'm trying to get used to that 7-iron shot. It's not the easiest. One sip of coffee, and we are reset. DeChambeau will make a nice... Oh, that was for a bogey? Oh, that was a putt for a bogey. Oh my goodness. You know, tough hole 8 there. So Bray Bear is going to make the birdie. I'll move 1 shot closer to DeChambeau, but it's not, you know, necessarily deserved. A par. Not the best look on hole 8, but it's been 2 tough putts in a row. What are we going to have here? This has been a pretty bad seed. This has not been ideal. We have headwind, diagonal wind on hole 9. It's been pretty strong. It's been pretty in the face the whole time.
Nice shot.
Not, you know, the most entertaining to just be like battling for birdies, but maybe it's entertaining in its own way. Okay. Just got to send that hook drive up there. Ah, we have a tough pin too. Just all around difficulty on this hole 9. That should launch down to a good spot in the fairway. There's no real easy way to handle this one. You just have to hit 2 good shots and try to hit another tough 3rd shot. I'm going to club up. We'll aim it to about there. We'll hit it with about maybe 5.2, 5.1 or 2 dots of power. Okay, that looks decent. Oh, that's not going to move enough, is it? Oh, that's actually quite close. And that'll be a fine leave. That's about the spot you want to be, just low and left. Not a make. Tough make with that wind, but we're pretty much straight down the hill. We can just send this one up there with enough power. And we'll make a nice birdie on a tougher little hole 9 situation. There's a nice shot from DeChambeau to put it to just a couple feet. Bray Bear puts it to a couple feet as well, it looks like. So Bray Bear is going to tap that one up and in. Oh, that'll be for a par. Oh, DeChambeau got the little micro putt. Oh, man. What's up, Max Connor and Jake? U.S. Open conditions? It really has been, yes. Oh, man. Tough hole 9 there. 2 pars. I'll make a birdie. And I mean, you know it's tough when the lead is 8 under through 9. But we'll move on. We'll move on to the back 9. Hope it's a little bit easier. Hope it's a little bit nicer. What are we going to have? Hole 10 is never super strong wind because it really can't be. But 4 miles an hour is what we'll deal with. Not the easiest pin. Front left is not one of my preferred ones, but it's okay. My handicap IRL is like a 8 something, like 8.4, 8.5. And I think, I don't know if we want to spin this or bounce it. I'm thinking the bounce is going to be the play. That's just my thinking, though. Let's hit it with, like, that much power. And I think that's a decent look at it. That hits the green first. It won't. It'll just clip the fringe by an inch. If that doesn't clip the fringe, it kicks to the right. The front of that green kicks to the right quite a bit. The fringe does not. Weird how it works, but it's a game. It's got polygons that you bounce off of, so we'll just miss. Even though the result wasn't a just miss, that was inches from having, you know, a pretty good looking chance. Oh, did I give it that much power? I don't even think about it when I do it. Okay, so DeChambeau's going to tap one in. Is that birdies all around? I can hear my own voice in his stream. It is birdies all around. All right. 9 under for me and DeChambeau. Bray with a nice birdie there to push to 3 under. Do you know when you and MH will be playing Taiwan A? This weekend. I believe Sunday morning is when we have it scheduled. So I'm not sure if I have the time to post the video that day, but I'll try my best to. Okay, I think we'll want to aim this to, like, there, roughly. And maybe about that much power. That feels pretty ideal. Let's see what the result is. The result doesn't look ideal so far. Yeah, that'll just roll back and not be a make, but it's okay. That much power. Yep. Just a little tap-in birdie. Oh, Jay's shot's looking pretty good. That looks like a make. That'll be a nice make for Jay. Bray Bear will tap in a birdie. And Jay will take the lead with a nice ace there. I'm telling you, a compilation of that much power would be hilarious. I wish I knew how to, like, identify, because there's a lot of footage to go through. DeChambeau with a nice ace there will push to birdie golf, 11 under through 11. Tough seed, I'll be at 10 under. Bray Bear makes a nice tap-in birdie, he'll be at 4 under. I am still live. I meant to end this on multiple occasions, but we're playing against Bray Bear. We can't pass that up. On my last break at work, checking back in. You know, this is for sure the last game. We are on the last stretch of the last game. But you know what? We're having fun. We're having fun playing some golf on a random Wednesday. Not a bad day at all. Oh, thank you for the tier 1 subscribe baseline, Mac. Appreciate it. The stream is very calming compared to Bray's. I understand. Okay. Just a little bit of extra power on this one should be good. I think that should carry to the green. Ooh, too far. Way too far. Hang on, hang on, hang on. Oh, I'll lip it out. I lip it out on, like, the second bounce. So nearly an albatross. Just a little too much juice on it. That was really, really, really close with that lighter wind. But we almost made it. Almost does not mean a make, though. Oh, really close call there for Bray. Bray Bear's commentary in my ear while I'm hitting and also watching is hysterical. I love it. Oh, DeChambeau just leaves it slightly short, so a lot of close calls there. I lip it. Bray Bear just, you know, sneaks it by on one side, the spin comes back on the other. DeChambeau ends up just a touch short. Ooh, all around good shots. Tap in eagles. We'll move on to 13. We'll see how the final stretch of this 1v1v1 goes here. Are any other channels who are posting World Cup footage? If you're in the... I'd recommend, if you're interested in that, joining the Switch Sports Discord, because people who are streaming and recording typically send in, like, the World Cup channels. Like, I think there's, like, a World Cup streams channel in the Discord. When they're recording, they have their VODs on almost all the time. I think everyone has their VODs on for that type of thing. Ooh, this one's going to be a guess. I don't know if there's much I can do about that. We'll take the 5. We'll hit it with a little extra power. But it's going to be a guess.
Nice shot.
Ooh, is that too much? That might be too much. Actually, too little adjustment and still too little power. That was a little bit baffling. But we'll have a little side hill
Nice on.
birdie putt here. Bray Bear has made a nice birdie. DeChambeau has hit his shot. Oh, and he made it. Oh my goodness, DeChambeau. What a shot there. I'll tap in a birdie. DeChambeau's now 2 shots ahead with 2 extremely difficult aces on a tougher hole 11 and a max crosswind hole 13. Jay is definitely on fire here. 15 under through 13 after the pace that we were on through like 9 or so. I think he's at... What would that be? That's 7 under through the first 4? 7 under through the first 4 of the back 9. We've got... I hope my mic is picking up Bray Bear's chatter a little bit. I hope you can, like, barely hear it. Okay. Let's try our best here. Yes, we can all hear him. You know, last time I tried to, for stream purposes, I tried to keep it down, but we'll keep it all the way up today. Do I have to put a little extra power on it? You know what? Let's go driver. Let's go driver. We'll hit it with, like, that much power. And we'll see if that works.
Nice.
Okay, that's a pretty good feeling shot that should bounce safely left of that bunker and not launch. Okay, perfect. We just kind of bounce it to a stop nicely there.
Nice on.
That much power. I get called out every time. I wish I could show the cat situation behind me that I looked back at. I wish I could, like, actually know when I'm saying that much power. Oh, did I leave that short? No! My putts are so short today, and I don't know what's up with that. That's a pretty easy one. Just a little side hill. The power does not want to be there, though. And I have to tap in a really, really unfortunate birdie. I've been on here too long. I've missed 3 putts in this game. You know what? Skill issue. I can't make excuses. I need to be able to play this. If I'm going to be streaming on here, I've got to be able to play this game for a while. Oh, and he just misses the chip. That was a really close call for DeChambeau. For Jay. I guess I don't have that dog in me today. It's the lighting, not the skill. You know, it's the breeze. Someone told me to blame the breeze earlier. It's the breeze. Okay, so we're still down 2. We got a couple holes to play here. All right, what do we have? 15, 16, 17, 18. What kind of conditions are we going to see? Can we make up the 2 shots? Is that window behind me? It is. With a nice sunset out there right now. How nice. Okay.
Nice shot.
I'm going to take a little bit off that power just to put it in this little notch of the fairway. Oh, and that's going to be in the rough. That's okay. I can club up. Clubbing up is not an issue here. Okay. We can go 5-iron. We can aim this a little bit out to the left. Maybe like there. We'll hit it with some good fuller power. That looks pretty good. That should kick just a little bit. Oh, it's not enough. Oh, it's just slightly not enough. I thought the wind would push that a little bit more to the right, because it was pretty purely headwind, but it was also pushing slightly right. And that's kind of been my day. These kind of shots that have been right on it, but not in it.
Nice birdie.
You cannot be in my window. I'm on the 3rd floor. If you were in my window, that would be a problem for you. You'd be in a precarious situation. Oh, man. You know, DeChambeau has had 2 tough pin smacks here. And he made a nice one on hole 6, I remember, but, you know, smacking the pin is really, really punishing for no good reason in this game. So that'll be, I mean, not the way you want to catch up, but we'll gain 1 stroke there after, you know, just bad luck for DeChambeau. What's up, Vincente? Welcome into the other chat. You can't see me in there. I can look in my webcam behind you or behind me. Is that actually Bryson playing? It is. It's his cousin. That's what we say. It's his cousin. Oh, ooh. 20 miles an hour, not a chance. Not a chance. Not in that wind direction. Got to go for that little short fairway. Bray Bear, go for it. I want to see Bray Bear go for it. No, he's going for the fairway. He's going for this fairway. Okay. Just got to try our best to put this one close-ish.
Nice shot.
Okay. That looks like a pretty good shot. That should take a nice bounce. Sneak by, roll back. Oh, and I'll lip it. Oh, I've had so many of those today. They just don't want to go in. They just want to lip and smack the pin and end up everywhere except inside the cup. Oh, brother. Today and yesterday is the day of just... Oh, DeChambeau. Wow. What a shot there. Oh, I cannot make a shot today. Do I have any tips for reaching infinite zero on global? The key to reaching infinity is... I mean, it seems like you have to make like every single shot to do it. But the key really is just kind of getting to know every hole and like, especially the tougher situations that come with them. Just to make like, at the very least, a birdie almost every time. Like making birdies or like eagles on like the back 9 par 5s or the ones that are like more standardly eagleable is the way you want to do it. But yeah, you don't have to make every single shot. You just have to make a good selection of them. Ooh, what do we have here? Is this one a make opportunity? It might be. I don't know if we have the T-spot for it, but I think we've got a good look. Just have to hit a full driver up there with that aim, and that should take a big bounce and move to the left down that hill and not quite make it. So that's not the tee position to get the make. Or maybe it isn't even the pin. There's a couple pins back there. That might be the pin that you actually can't reach. There's a couple pins you just can't reach no matter what, unless you get like tailwind. But with 0 wind, it's just an impossible ace, which is maybe my only qualm with this game design, is the fact that sometimes you can't make an ace on hole 17, especially when you get, you know, tougher wind in the face. But even some 0 wind pins you can't get to unless you launch. And it's the type of thing where when you're battling from behind, like I am here, you just can't make up that shot. You can't make that. It's an easy birdie, but not a shot you can make. All right, final hole here, hole 18. Looks like we'll have some tougher wind to deal with. What is it actually going to be? Actually, it doesn't look too bad. 17 miles an hour in a weird direction, but I think we can deal with this. Pretty sure we can go left fairway, no problem. If there were a time to try something risky, this is kind of it, and we'll just make it, all right. It is an albatross opportunity. It's also a good opportunity to put it in the water. With enough wind, you clip that rock. Sometimes you end up OB, or in the water or OB. You can go either way there. Whew, okay. We make it, though. And now we want to roll this one up there. I think about that much power should be good to give this one a nice roll up.
Nice shot.
That looks pretty good. That should move a good amount. Take a nice first bounce. Make it up that hill. Oh, it's not going to make it all the way to the cup, though. Needed some more power. I mean, that's a really tough one to make with all that slope on the green. That's really, really tough to judge. But I mean, you know, it's about as straightforward of an eagle as you can ask for. So we'll take that. You know, we had a couple missed putts. I think 3 or 4 missed putts in that game. A couple of shots that ended up right next to it. A couple of lip outs. But you know, not a bad round. I think that was 20 under, which is not like my best score, but it was a tough seed. We had a bunch of tough breaks. Not my score I had last time against Brave Bear, but you can't have scores like that. Last time it was a good seed. I got lucky on a bunch of shots, like some aces and stuff. We only made one real hole out on hole 4 in that one. The rest of them were just real close, but not in the cup. So that'll be my stream today. I have been on here for like 3 hours. My back hurts, my voice hurts, my hand hurts, but I hope you all enjoyed. We'll catch you next time. Brave Bear with that's a redemption game. 11 under. DeChambeau with a nice 21. I actually don't make it to 20. I'm only at 19.
Finish.
But with 3 missed putts, that's where you end up. We'll finish second behind DeChambeau. And yeah, that was a tough one. That was a tough seed. A lot of crosswind, a lot of stronger wind. I mean, a remarkable ace if we remember, or not ace, but eagle if we remember back to hole 7 for DeChambeau. Clip worthy. We'll make sure he gets his hands on that one. We'll see you all next time. Thanks for being here. Long stream today. Thanks to everybody who was here for a while. Good game to Brave Bear. Good game to DeChambeau. And not my best run at the ranked league, but played pretty well. We'll be back with it soon.